Hey everybody, this is Anik. How are you? We are officially live for Physical Profits Workshop number 2 now. You gotta be wondering, what the heck's going on? Why am I lit so poorly? What? Is there a bed behind me? I'm at a hotel here in Los Angeles. As some of you may have noticed from my Facebook messages, I'm here doing a video shoot. I'm all over the city. I've been having a blast. It's been just an exhausting day. So today here in West Coast, it's 5 o'clock, right? I've been at it since 7 a.m. this morning, and I literally just made it here 5 minutes ago, just in time to be able to do this for you. So I am pumped, though. We've got an amazing session coming up today. We're gonna have a packed house as always, and today we've got an amazing, brilliant, just kick butt expert who's gonna show us all the inner workings of how to build an e-commerce business, giving away free little trinkets. All right, so listen, get excited, get pumped up, because I think I can tell that the person we're waiting for has already joined us. Oh, I sound funny.
All right, it's not picking it up. Do I sound better now? Olga, could you please confirm if I sound better now? Or do I still sound like a chipmunk? All right, guys, bear with us here. Bear with us while we get all of this stuff going here. All right, can't hear you at all.
Let's try again.
All right, what about now? Can you hear me now? No.
I can hear you.
What about now? Nope, no sound. So it has to be. All right, I'm gonna wait, and now I'm gonna leave it on default microphone. Sorry, guys, I'm out of my element. I'm traveling, and it's just been one of those frazzled up days. So bear with me while we figure this out. All right, can I get a confirmation? Olga, Shweta, am I good? Wait, all right, perfect. Thank you so much. Listen, everybody, I'm so sorry that we started with some complications, but you know what? It's going to be an amazing, amazing session. So you are going to absolutely have just, here's what I want you to do today. We're going to do live demos. You know what? By the end of our session today, you're going to be able to leave, and you're going to be able to actually start doing, all right? So, again, today is the day that you take all the training you learned in Workshop 1, we're going to put into action. If you didn't see Workshop 1, all right, I got some good news for you. We're probably going to release the replay just for a short period soon. I'm not going to do it for long, all right? I don't like all this replay stuff. I want the serious people who show up live for our sessions. So let's just, without further ado, let's dive in today. Remember, this is the exact system that my wife is using right now to sell over $2,000 worth of products every single day. Super simple. We don't have even a bit of inventory in the house. We travel the world while we do it. This year we've been to 7 different countries. We're going to 2 more next week. We have nothing to ship. We have no major inventory to begin with. My wife has no experience with internet marketing. She has no technical background. And she took the steps you're going to learn today. She did the exact things. As a matter of fact, you're getting more than she had when she started, because you're getting some great tools that she never had, which we're going to demo today. And she has now launched a business where she sells all these cool little trinket-type products, bracelets and just all kinds of different, not even just jewelry, but like different accessories and purses and all kinds of great stuff that she never has to house. She never has to keep it. She actually has it drop shipped. She has someone else fulfilling her orders. So she takes the money, she gets someone else to fulfill the orders, and this is the best part. She gives them away for free. She gives these products away for free, and she's able to make money still. Today we're going to share with you exactly how to do that. Now, we've got a lot of people here. The room is getting packed. So without further ado, I can see Mr. Adrian is here. Adrian Morrison, are you there?
I am here. Can you hear me?
Oh, wait.
Can you
Adrian,
hear me?
try that again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it was my fault. I had my computer on mute. Adrian, we can hear you. Thank you so much for being here, man. I appreciate you taking Sunday night. I know that it's it's the day off, but you're here. You're spending it with our students. You're spending it here to teach us how to build a business. You've taken such great time to teach my wife how to do it, and now you're here teaching everybody else how to do it. It means a lot to the whole Learn Nation community here. So we welcome you with great open arms, man. I'm excited. Can you tell us a little bit more about this crazy business model that I personally said would never work? I'm man enough to admit that. I said it would never work.
You know, one of the great things about this, Anik, is that, you know, you've been a mentor to me, right? So whenever I told you about this, you're like, oh, that stuff's not going to work. And I got to prove you wrong with your wife. It was just one of the best feelings in the world, I got to say.
Touche, touche.
But it's amazing because what I am doing is spreading like wildfire, and it's actually been around for a long, long time, but now we are in an age of technology where it's easier to do than ever on all fronts. I'm talking about it's easier with the platform that we use called Shopify. It's easier with Facebook now, and Facebook has never been as easy as it is right now for anybody to get started. It doesn't matter if you're brand spanking new or you're mega advanced. The stuff that I'm teaching, you'll be able to learn something from and get started. But I'm telling you, this now is the time. And I'm especially excited about this because if you're getting started right now, then you will have everything primed and prepped by the time November comes, and that's when like the huge rush of money comes in. And Anik, that's what, you know, y'all got started right after that. So I know that Andrea is going to freaking crush it, you know, during the holiday season. So now is this little pocket of time where you have the chance to learn, to get started, and be ready for like literally the best time of the year. So I'm really excited to be here again. I don't care what day of the week it is. If I get to talk about this and teach about this, I'm freaking stoked. This to me is funner than watching television. So I'm ready.
That's awesome. Well, listen, man, thank you so much. Thank you so much for doing this. You know what? I want to turn it over to you. I know you're going to show us the steps. I know you're going to show us some really cool live demos of some of the greatest tools that you've developed. And you know what? Everyone who's watching today, before the end of this webinar, you're going to actually be able to go out and find products of your own. That's what we do here. Little workshop. All right. So Adrian, I'm turning it over to you, and I'm excited. I'm taking notes. I know my wife is watching. We're always learning from you. Thank you so much.
Good thing. Well, thanks for letting me come, and for everybody watching, thank you so much for being here on your Sunday night, right? I mean, that's a big deal. What I'm going to do is I've got a slide deck, but on our first workshop, I went through it. So I'm just going to cherry pick some slides because I know, Anik, we have some people from the last workshop, and now we've got some brand new people. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show a couple of the slides to familiarize the new people to this workshop, and we're going to do a lot of live demos. I got some really cool stuff to show you, and I personally believe that sometimes it's easier for people to truly grasp what I'm doing if they see it live instead of on a slide. But first, I just want to make my slideshow big, and I want to show you a couple of case studies. Then we're going to break out. There's 4 steps I'm going to walk you through. We're going to break out, and I'm going to show you how to do them live. So first, let me share my screen, Anik. I want to make sure that everybody can see it. And you know I'm not a Google Hangout guru, so it takes me a second sometimes. All right, so you should now be able to see my screen where it says the image of me.
Yep, we can see you.
Perfect, perfect. So for those of you that are new, give me just about, I don't know, 10 minutes, and I'm going to walk you through just a little bit about me. So first things first, Facebook is my bread and my butter, okay? So Facebook is my bread and butter, and I have demystified Facebook for Anik in many ways. He used to be kind of scared of it. Now he has embraced it, and he's absolutely crushing it, not just with e-commerce, but anything and everything else that he does. I have a very special relationship with Facebook. I've spent well over 7 figures on their platform, and they fly me up to their offices. They're flying down to Mississippi, where I live, to come hang out next month. I mean, I am working with Facebook, which is so cool because so many people try to work against Facebook. So everybody that's here tonight, I want you to know that you're working with somebody that's not going to teach you to go against the grain of what's allowed. You're going to learn from somebody that's going to show you how to do things the right way and build a long-term sustainable business where you don't have to worry about if what you're doing is okay or not okay. And I think that's one of the things that makes me different from a lot of other people out there. So that's me signing the Facebook wall, and I want to show you how I got to this point in Q1 of 2016. I've only been doing e-commerce for 10 months. I started this store 10 months ago, and I transitioned over from affiliate marketing, and I did $728,000 in the first Q, and that's actually only on one of my stores. I had a second one that I started, so I think it may tip $1 million first Q. So we're headed on pace to do 4 or 5 million this year, and it's crazy, right? So everybody that is looking at a screenshot right now, I mean, it's mind-boggling, and you can see where the traffic is coming from. It's coming from Facebook, right? But it's also coming from direct traffic from email marketing and people that just simply shopped on my website before, and they're coming back and they're buying more stuff because I've built like a really big brand. So I want to show you how I got to this point. And a second ago I said that Anik is one of my mentors, and another one of my mentors is my older brother, and his name is Anthony. Anthony taught me how to get started with internet marketing, and he taught me the value of mentorship. So I try to get as many mentors as I can that are more successful than me. So this is the first night ever I started internet marketing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you why I started doing e-commerce, and then we're going to go live and we're going to do a couple of demos. But I do want to show you some of my past affiliate marketing campaigns. So the first one is case study number 1. And this case study is a $200,000 a month case study. It was running an affiliate offer called Quality Health. Now, this campaign made me about $200K a month, and they paid me $12 every time somebody clicked on that teeny tiny little Facebook ad. Yes, you were looking at a $200,000 a month Facebook ad at the top right. It's very simple, right? Kind of crazy. $12 per sign up. 17,000 signups a month is what I was getting, and you know, I was making a lot of money, but I realized I wasn't building an email list, and I was building up somebody else's brand instead of my own. So let me just show you the stats. I won't harp on it for too long. This goes all the way back to October of 2011. I made 210 grand in commissions. That's not even revenue. That's just my commissions. And then the next month I made $181,000. And I just absolutely destroyed it. And then one day, my affiliate manager, Ian, he called me. You can see his name up there. I blocked it out so he doesn't get any hate mail or anything like that. He called me and said, Adrian, look, man, we love you, but this affiliate offer is closed down. We're not going to be running it anymore. And I went from making $200K a month to making $0. So I had to pivot, right? And throughout my career over the past 10 years, I've had to pivot so many times. I feel like I've broken my dang ankles, you know? And I had to pivot over to case study number 2. And that is Teespring, where I sold T-shirts. So this company would let me build T-shirts and sell them, and they would do everything and give me $15 per sale. I sold $1 million worth of T-shirts, but once again, I made the same mistake twice. I was building up their brand. I wasn't allowed to capture the email addresses, so they took the emails and basically held them hostage, and I did not get them. So I had no control over anything, no control over the sales pages, the funnels, the product cost. I was kind of stuck. You know, they were the only people I could get the products from, so there was no negotiating, no talking about it. It's literally, they were the alpha omega of my income, and it sucked. But I was making a lot of money. As you can see, I was selling a boatload of T-shirts. And you can see 141K, 78K, 47K, 44K. And then one day, they changed things on me. They told me that they were going to charge me more for the products. And my business came tumbling down. You can see it right here. And just literally overnight crashed. And that is when I got a huge reality check and ended up shutting down my entire $1 million a year business. This is why I said, you know, it's all about control. I wanted to do something. The reason that I moved to e-commerce is because I wanted to have total control over my income, right? I didn't always want to have to pivot to, you know, another affiliate offer, or, you know, have somebody one day call me and say that this was shutting down and I was, you know, all of a sudden my income is dissipated overnight. I wanted to have options, right? If there were 100 other companies that sold diabetic meters I could have reached out to, I would have been okay, but they were the only ones, right? If I had other options other than Teespring, then, you know, I would have been okay, but I didn't have any options, right? I was trapped. So I shut down the entire business. Now tonight, I'm not going to walk y'all, like I said, through a zillion slides because I've got over 100 of them, but I am going to show you the premise of each step that I use to generate $2.4 million, and then we're going to go live into my internet browser, and I'm going to show you some really cool stuff that I believe is going to blow your mind. I mean, it's kind of crazy. But first, I want everybody to know, because I know we've got new people to this workshop and repeat watchers, the engine that fuels my e-commerce store is called Shopify. Now, Shopify is the easiest turnkey solution on the market for e-commerce, and I don't care what anybody tells you. I've been there, I've done that, I've tried it, I've tested all of them, and Shopify is the easiest. I mean, literally no technical know-how, no building a website, no web designer, no programmer. You just come up with a name for your brand or your store, you click a button, boom, you've got an amazing high converting template built in for you, and they have many, many others that are free. All you have to do is point and click, and it's instantly installed. So really, really cool. They kind of work like your iPhone. You literally, when you want something on your iPhone to supercharge your iPhone or your Android, you just go to the App Store, right? You download something, and boom, one click, it's on your store, and it's on your phone, and you're ready to rock. Same thing with Shopify. So this is one of the best, and I guess I could say this is one of my favorite things about it, is I didn't have to have a server, I didn't have to have hosting, none of that stuff, because that can get expensive, and then it's kind of a pain to monitor. But Shopify does all of that. And another great thing that I want to point out to everybody is I get paid every single day, all right? I don't have to wait 2 weeks, I don't have to wait 30 days, I don't got to wait every 7 days. I get paid every single day. I wake up, I check my email, and this is what it looks like. 11 grand, 10 grand, 8 grand, 13 grand, so on and so on and so on. And they actually go in my bank account as well, right? So they do go in my bank account, just in case you're wondering, and it happens every single day. How many of you in here watching this right now would love to wake up, check your email, and every single day see a payment in there? Because I know that so many people literally live paycheck to paycheck. Every 7 days, every Friday, they get that paycheck, and it's barely enough to get by. And every day now, I'm able to wake up and have money, new money, in my bank account. Now, why is this important? It's more than just being excited every day. This allows me to take my profits and reinvest my profits, right? If I have to wait to get my money, it's harder for me to utilize it and monetize it. So how many of you in here would like the idea of getting paid every day so you have more profits to reinvest into your business, right? So you can get more back. I mean, that's, for me, super, super important, and that's why I like Shopify. All right, so I'm going to skip a couple of slides for you because I had a video from Onyx's wife, Andrea, but I'm going to skip that. She's crushed over 6 figures in the past couple of months. I do want to walk you to something very, very cool. It is a question that I get a lot from people. I get this question of, Adrian, do you think I should have a niche e-commerce store or a generic e-commerce store? And I got to tell you right now, I've tested it. I've got 2 types of Shopify stores. I did a niche one and I did a generic one, and the results are quite shocking. Now, real quick, we're going to go out of the PowerPoint and I'm going to show you what a niche store looks like versus a generic store. And then I'm going to show you the results and how they're so different, because right now there are so many gurus out there that are teaching niche stores. They say find your niche and then build a store. And then as soon as you want to market another niche, find your niche and build another store. And as a matter of fact, when I started mentoring Onyx's wife, Andrea, she wanted to build a niche store that literally just sold like women-specific type stuff. And I said, no, listen, here's the deal. You don't want to have it too niche. You want to have it, you know, broad, because that's going to allow you, you know, some more flexibility. But it's one of the biggest questions I get. So what I want to do is I want to exit this PowerPoint, and I want to show you what a niche store looks like and a generic store. So here is a niche store. I actually helped one of my friends build this. He's a firefighter, and he gets paid literally nothing. I mean, firefighters, police officers, civil servants, they do not get paid very well. It's actually quite sickening. And he wanted to learn how to make some extra income online. So he obviously contacted me because I live in a small town. Everybody knows what I do, and then I make all this money. And so he was interested. And I said, okay, well, let's build you a Shopify store, because we can literally have one up and running in less than 20 to 30 minutes, and you can run it but still work at your job as a firefighter. And so we built Homefront FD. Now, it's a niche store. I told him, I said, here's my opinion, but ultimately you got to do what you want to do, right? And he wanted just a store that sold nothing but firefighter stuff. And he came up with all of this stuff here based off what I told him, and he found it, and it's cool, you know, he's made some money doing it. So, but it's simple, right? It's Homefront FD. Obviously, they only sell firefighter stuff. So he's got a couple of firefighter t-shirts, which, by the way, you can have a shirt just like this, completely customized, up and running on your store in less than 5 minutes. You never see it, you never touch it, you never ship it, you don't have to pay for it up front. Literally, it's published to your Shopify store. You can custom design it very easily and then start selling it. And a company here in the United States of America will ship it out for you and only charge you after somebody's made the purchase. So that's really, really cool. But this is a niche store. It's quite simple, just firefighter stuff. Now, this is a generic store, Gear Grabber. Now, Gear Grabber has everything on it. It's got grandparent stuff, cat lover stuff, wine lover stuff, and additionally, it's got firefighter stuff. So you can see it selling some of the exact same things that we had on Homefront FD. So people always ask me, Adrian, which one should I do? Because the niche store, you know, you get more of a camaraderie from everybody because it surrounds one single, you know, niche. But the results are going to be quite shocking when I show you this next screenshot. So let me pull up my PowerPoint here, and I am going to publish this slide. Let's look at the difference. The left-hand side, you have a generic store. I call them a flex store. On the right-hand side, you have a niche store like Homefront FD. And I've got to tell you, it's freaking crazy. Look at the niche store. It hit really, really big. I mean, literally from November to December, we went from $3,000 to $100,000 to $140,000. But look at the drop-off. $80K, $58K, $33K. I mean, it's literally dying, right? And it sucks because we're clawing and trying to get it to work, but the niche itself just got a little played out. It was a smaller niche, and there's only so many products you can advertise, right? I mean, think about with firefighters. There's only so many things you can put on a firefighter e-commerce store before you've run out of things to sell. So if you look over here at the flex store, the generic store, it's pretty amazing because the consistency is there. $200,000 a month. Sure, I went from 268K to 210, but look, it popped back up to 242. So I mean, it is very, very consistent. You don't see these crazy drop-offs like I did on the niche store. Now, why is that? It's because with the flexible store, you have the flexibility to advertise many different things, right? You're not stuck just selling firefighter t-shirts or just selling firefighter things. You can start advertising the grandma stuff and the cat lover stuff, the dog lover stuff. So you're able to always advertise whatever is working right now. So all of these gurus that are out there are preaching and training that you build a zillion niche stores, and that sucks because A, it's more work, B, you've got more management that you have to put, more effort you have to put into management, and C, you really want to build one big brand that becomes extremely valuable. And that is why I like flex stores. The flex store, I can sell a zillion things, always sell what's working right now, and have a consistent, stable business. I don't have to build another e-commerce store. I do it one time, I do it the right way, and I continue to freaking crush it. All right, so how many of you watching this right now would agree in saying that flex stores are probably the best way to go, right? Flex stores are going to give you longevity, stability, and security. So quit listening to people that don't actually do what they're talking about and start listening to the guy who knows what he's talking about, because I'm in the trenches. I'm right there with you, and I'm running Facebook ads. I'm building my e-commerce store up, and I'm crushing it. So when I say it, it's from experience, all right? Not my opinion, but it is a fact. Now, let's talk about a couple of things here in terms of taking massive action and getting started. First, I want you to know you don't have to have a billion products on your site. As a matter of fact, if you've ever seen somebody promoting a course to sell e-commerce stuff, and they tell you that there's this program, you press one button and you got a zillion products on your site, turn around and run, okay? That is the worst idea ever. You need to focus. So find 2 or 3 simple products, put them on your store, and add that and start, okay? I call this a flagship product. And I start with one single product or 2 to 3 tops, and I make those work. And then I start adding complementary products, you know? So if I'm selling a grandpa, as a matter of fact, let me show you. I'll give you a good example of how that works. So coming over here to the grandparent stuff. So grandma might come in and buy this grandma pendant, right? And this thing is crushing it. Now, we know that a lot of grandmas also have their beloved grandpa, right? So maybe grandma's in your Shopify store, she's buying the heck out of this pendant right here, and she sees the grandpa watch, says, well, I'm going to get something for grandpa too, and now you've doubled your money. So I'm only adding in stuff that is super complementary to my main selling item. And you can see that I do that on every single subject, or every passion as I call it, that I'm marketing. So that's mega, mega important, not to have a zillion things on your store, rather to have a few and sell a crap load of those items. Now, moving back in here, I want to show you my first day I made 80 bucks, first month 63K, 10 months, 2.4 million, 350,000 people on my email list, and my brand valuation is $3.5 million. So here's my first day, July 3rd. So we're coming up on a full year of e-commerce with me, $89. But by February 26th, boom, here we go, 14 grand in one single day. Now, let me tell you something about why I would much, much, much rather have a flexible store like Gear Grabber rather than a niche store like Homefront FD, okay? Let me tell you why this is going to be better in the long haul, and we already have established that this is going to be more consistent, right? You saw the proof, but let's say that this store hits it big and then it crashes and burns and it just isn't doing a lot of sales anymore. Well, if I ever want to sell this asset, if I want to sell it, then whoever's buying it is going to look at it and say, hey, well, you made $1 million, but that was in the first 2 months, and now since then, it's been barely trickling in any sales. Whereas Gear Grabber, somebody looks at it and is like, man, this is consistently every single week, every single month doing $200,000. This business is primed and prepped. It's crushing it. It's a well-oiled machine, right? The reason that you want a flexible store is because consistency adds value. Consistency adds long-term value. And when you have a long-term sustainable business model, then whenever you want to go and sell the business, like I have brokers knocking down my door trying to sell, trying to get me to sell my e-commerce store. You can see here, this broker says, we are confident in listing your business at $3.5 million. $3.5 million, and that is because it's consistent. If it made $200K one month and then the next month only made $30,000, nobody would want to buy it because that looks risky. It looks scary. The flexible stores allow us to have consistent income, which builds long-term asset value. So, e-commerce, let's just sum it up real quick, and we're going to go live and do some demos. First off, you can build your store in less than 20 minutes. I want you all to understand you now have control to sell anything and everything you want, any niche, any passion, any product, unique custom products, generic products. You can sell it all. More importantly, you can sell low-ticket items, and these are way easier to start with than selling expensive retail things. So write this down. You're building your own brand. You're building a massive email list. You're going to have an exit plan like my $3.5 million valuation, and you're going to have total control. Now, a couple of questions before we get to step one and we do a live demo, all right? We're actually going to go and we're going to search for what I call passion products, okay? So, number one is, can you do this from anywhere in the world? Yes. I have students in Singapore, I have students in Sweden, I have students in South Africa. Everywhere in the world, Shopify is a platform that you can use. They're a massive e-commerce company. Number two, do I have to stock inventory? No. I have zero inventory. I don't have a warehouse. I don't have anything in my garage. I never see it. I never touch it. And I never even personally ship it. The companies will drop ship it for me. Do you have to pay up front any product cost? No. There's zero product cost up front. You don't have to invest in any products. There's no risk. You know, I think it's so funny when I see other e-commerce guys doing it the wrong way, posting images of themselves on Facebook. They like get a whole new shipment of boxes in, and they're in this warehouse, and they're like, look at all my products I just got. Like, this is a big deal. And I look at them like, that is the dumbest thing I believe I've ever seen, because if you don't sell those products, all you have is a bunch of crap in boxes in a warehouse that cost you money. What I'm doing is risk-free, right? Everything that I sell is drop shipped directly from the manufacturer with zero upfront costs. As a matter of fact, here's an exact image of how the model works. You build your Shopify store based off my training, so you do it the right way. Number two, a customer buys a product and you get paid instantly. You saw every day Shopify sends me money in my bank account. Once you get paid, you notify your supplier, and they ship it out, and then they charge you for the product after you've been paid and they shipped it. So you never see it, you never touch it, okay? Now, we're going to do some live demos of the steps that I use to generate $2.4 million. And we're going to discuss the most powerful word in the world, Facebook conversion ads that force feed buyers to me. And of course, we're going to talk about email marketing, okay? So email marketing is something that makes me about 20 grand a week. Now, moving forward, I'm just going to skip a couple of slides. Let me show you what I'm not going to teach you how to do, just so everybody knows, because we do have some newbies on here. You're not going to put 1,000 things on your website, okay? If you have a bunch of junk on your website, it might look like make it look like you got a lot of stuff, but if nobody buys it, then it's worthless. You're not going to sell trademark stuff that's going to get you banned. You're not going to build a crappy website that you have to maintain with programmers and designers and all that stuff, and you're not going to put a bunch of junk in a warehouse or a garage. So I want you to forget all that stuff. It's not necessary. We're going to do some live demos going over finding a single product and the most powerful word in the world, Facebook intelligent ads, and then we're going to talk about some email marketing, okay? So the first thing that I want to convey to all of you is step number 1, okay? Step number 1 is all about finding a passion product, okay? So finding a passion product, write that down. It's important that you don't market products. You need to market passion products, okay? Now, of course, the number 1 mistake most marketers make is that they try to market something that they are passionate about or something that they think is a good idea. Do not confuse passion products with something that you're passionate about, okay? They are actually need to be things other people are passionate about. I say it like this. You are not going to your own e-commerce store and buying your own products. That's not how you become a millionaire. You become a millionaire doing this by other people coming to your site and buying stuff that they like, okay? So step outside of your consumer shoes and step into some marketer shoes. There's a difference between salespeople and marketers, and the difference is salespeople try to sell you something that you don't already want or need. They have to talk you into getting it, right? Marketers already know what you want. Marketers already know what you need. Marketers already know what you like. All they have to do is put it in front of your face, and you're going to take it. That's why marketers are millionaires and salespeople are struggling and they're broke, because it's hard to sell somebody something that they don't want. I need you to be a marketer, okay? So write that down. So I am a marketer. Write that down in your notes, and don't forget it. There's 2 simple rules. Forget what you think, forget what you like. Doesn't matter. If you love golfing, tough luck. Go play golf on your spare time. You need to focus on other people's passion. So turn other people's passion into your profit, all right? That is the true key. Now, let's talk about what passion products are. How do you know what somebody else is passionate about, and how do you locate these passion products? So we're going to do a live demo, but first I want to give you this example. Example number 1 is find a strong passion, find a product, and then find your audience. One example that I use is fountain pens. Not many people, at least you would think, care about fountain pens, right? I imagine we've got well over 1,000 of you on this call right now. Probably most of you in here don't care about fountain pens. If you saw an ad for fountain pens, you'd never click on it. It doesn't, tickle your fancy. But the fact is, 4.7 million other people on Facebook absolutely love fountain pens. That's big. That's a lot of people. That is a huge passion product that could make insane amounts of money. Now, that product on the far left is something that you could get for $2 or $3 and market it to those 4.7 million people. Oh, and by the way, there's no upfront product cost. There's no inventory that you got to stock. You can sell a pen just like that, literally with drop shipping. Now, I want to show you how that's done. So, coming over here to AliExpress.com. This is one of the companies that I use to find the majority of my products. So I might come over here and type in fountain pen, all right? And it's going to bring up 18,000 results for fountain pens. Now, I can put all of these on my store immediately and under 10 minutes start selling them. And look, $2 right here, $5, $10. I mean, they're really cheap, and there's 18,000 different options. Hey, are you in another passion niche, like maybe the wine passion niche? So you might type in wine glasses. All right, now you've got all sorts of wine glasses that come up here, see? And all of these could be put on your store. They can all be drop shipped. Here's another one. We've got, let's say, hunting gear, right? Type in hunting gear. You got 2,000 different products that come up for hunting gear. There's a lot of stuff on here. As a matter of fact, I've already seen 1 or 2 things that I'm marketing on my store right now, right? So there's a lot of stuff in here, but you've got to identify what is a good passion and what is a good product, because, I mean, you go in and you type in, let's say, cats, and you get 204,000 different results. So cats are a huge, huge passion, right? You see people are extremely obsessed with cats. There's viral cat videos. We know it's a huge niche. But how do you know what's selling? You got 200,000 different options here when it comes to what's selling. See, you can come here and say, oh, I think this shirt looks cute. But that doesn't matter if nobody buys it, right? So the key is finding what products are working from AliExpress, and there's other vendors, and getting those on your store. Does that make sense? Just type in a yes in the chat box if that makes sense. So what I did is I created a very special software for myself that helps me do a couple of different things. It helps me identify passion products that are working right now, and it shows me where to go on AliExpress to find the best vendors, because there are a zillion people on here that sell the same thing. And I want you to kind of look at AliExpress as a mixture of eBay and Amazon. They're kind of like a hybrid of eBay and Amazon. I say eBay because of the feedback. The feedback is really, really important. So, like this cat laser toy right here. This is something I have on my Flex store. It's $1.28. But you need to make sure that you're working with people that have good feedback, because there are a ton of people that sell these cat lasers. Watch, cat laser. We got 700 different people that sell cat lasers on here. The same one. So you need to make sure that you choose the one that has the best feedback. Remember, if they're drop shipping for you, they're the backbone of your business. Now, there's nothing to be afraid of. You just need to make sure that A, you get the best deal, and B, you know that you're working with someone who's proven, who's tried, who's been around for a while, and that you can trust. I mean, I've done over $2.4 million in business with AliExpress on my Shopify store, and I haven't had a single hiccup since the beginning. I made one mistake in the beginning, learned my lesson, built my X Factor software, and now I don't have to worry about this anymore. So, two things we're going to hit. Number one, how do you identify a passion product that has what I call the sizzle effect on it? We're going to go over that pretty soon. Number two, how do you find a good vendor? How do you know which one of these 700 people is going to give you the best price and be the most reliable? Okay? So I created a special software called the X Factor software. And this is something that I give all of my new students in eCom Success Academy. Now, this software is pretty epic because what it does is it allows me to go in and, first off, find ads that are working. It literally spies on Facebook. So I can go in and type in cat laser, or I could type in cat necklace or whatever. And I said, all this month, and look, if there's no ads for the product, it won't find anything. So this is how you know you're only finding stuff that works right now. So you can see it searching here on Facebook, and I type in cat laser, and it starts bringing up anything that has laser in it. So look, here's that laser pointer we were just looking at, or one version of it a second ago. So I can see the ad, I can see the product, I can see if it's working or not. You know, same thing if I come over here and I type in maybe cat necklace and hit search. It's going to show me all of the ads that are on Facebook right now. Look, this one was just from an hour ago that are working. I'm able to look at what's working for other people and instantly know, hey, this is a good passion product. Cat necklaces are a good passion product. This specific cat necklace, like let's say this one right, where'd it go? Right here is a good passion product for cats. Now, how do I know that? I know it because my X Factor software spied on Facebook, and it's pulling up multiple ads with the same necklace, right? So we could all agree that if you see multiple people liking and sharing and commenting and advertising the exact same product, that that's probably a really good product to start marketing. And then on top of that, when it comes to finding this product, when I come over to my software, I'm able to go to the AliExpress scraper, and what this does is it gets rid of all of the crap. You know, remember there was like 700 results for the cat laser, and it gets rid of all of that stuff and only brings back the top-notch vendors. What I did is I created a specific set of standards for feedback. Let's jump back over here. A specific set of standards. And AliExpress sometimes can be confusing with feedback because you've got how many years they were in business, you've got this funky like emoji score, you've got your percentage feedback score. Then if you look down here, you can look at customer feedback. Let me see, where'd it go? You can look at customer feedback, how many items they've sold. All of it put together makes one big like epic feedback score, and it's kind of confusing. How many of you in here would agree with me that reading and putting together 4 different levels of feedback is somewhat confusing, right? Well, what I did with my X Factor software is I already broke it all down. I have a tier set of standards of what is good, what's acceptable, who to ignore, who not to work with, and all I do is come here and I type in the product that I want to market, and I say, only find me products at a specific price or below a specific price, and I hit search, and my X Factor software is only going to pull up the best of the best of the best. And that's why those green thumbs up are right there, because it's telling me, Adrian, based off your personal set of standards, we're giving you the green light saying this is a good deal and it's a good vendor. And you'll notice all of these have green, right? It will pull in crappy ones, but I have it sorted to put the best ones at the top. If it's a bad vendor that does not meet my standards, you'll see a red box with a red thumbs down. How many of you in here would agree this software right here is key when it comes to finding a converting highly viral passion product and, of course, getting the best deal on it? Just type a yes in the chat box. All right, now that brings us back to our slideshow, and I'm just going to skip on down here to step number 2. Now, step number 2 is finding the most powerful word in the world and leveraging that. Now, that word is free. Free is the most powerful word in the world. When you take a product like those cat necklaces I just showed you that are only like $1.50 and you attach the word free to them, you get what's called the sizzle effect. Write that down, the sizzle effect. Now, the sizzle effect is like attaching a magnet to your ad. When you attach a magnet to your ad, it's like literally sales just, they come to you. You don't chase the money. The sales literally come to you because on Facebook, people will share and tag their friends under a good deal. You've already done it before. You've seen something cool on Facebook. You've shared it on your profile or you've tagged a friend in it. And that's what all of these students, or not students, but customers are doing right here. They saw a product that I said was free, and you can see they are sharing it with their friends. They are literally marketing for me. They're acting like magnets for my ad, and they're saying, hey, I feel like you'd like this. Hey, I feel like you'd buy this. Guys, stop for a second. Do you realize what's happening here? This ad has everyone else getting me traffic, but not just free traffic. We're talking about quality traffic, because we know that we're all more likely to buy something if a friend or a family member recommends it. And that is what the sizzle effect just did right here. Now, how did this happen? A, we've got a passion product, and B, we have the sizzle effect on our ads. The formula that I use for this is called the free plus shipping formula. Now, what we're doing is we're building our profit into the shipping and handling fees, okay? So we're actually charging people $10 for shipping. And let me show you something. Let's jump back over to AliExpress. As a matter of fact, we'll come right here to my X Factor software. We're going to click on this and look. This little piece, this little cat necklace is only $1.72. And when I click on it, it takes me straight to the best vendor on AliExpress, $1.72. So what we're doing is we're offering this for free in our ad, and we're telling customers just pay for shipping. But shipping is going to be $10. So obviously we've got $8 profit built into the shipping and handling, and it works like a peach. I'm telling you, it crushes it, and people are super happy. All right. Now I do want to show you one more thing, because a lot of people say, well, are people really getting a good deal? The answer is absolutely yes. If you look over here on Amazon, I'm pulling it up right now, you'll see that the same products on Amazon are costing anywhere from $10 to $23. So people are still getting a better deal than they were before. Look at this, $22, very similar to what we were doing on AliExpress. People are getting a killer deal compared to what they would be paying even on Amazon. Look, here's the same necklace right here for $28. Absolutely insane. So it's a win-win-win situation, guys. I mean, everybody's winning here. We're making money. They're getting a good deal. We're leveraging the most powerful word in the world. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. So moving forward, I'm going to jump through. I have to cruise through some of these slides here, or these points. This creates a buying frenzy, and we're able to literally get viral traffic, all right? Mega viral traffic. So I said that we were charging for shipping and handling, but we're charging upwards of $10 to $12 per item, which is still an extremely good deal for any customers that buy it. You just saw the proof right there on Amazon. So it costs us $1.50. We're charging up to $12 for shipping. And thing is, most people are scared to charge those prices for shipping, because a lot of gurus out there that don't know what the heck they're talking about literally tell you to do the wrong thing. Like I said earlier, you can go and you can get free information on the internet. You can go to YouTube and learn e-commerce. You can go to some free Facebook group and have people teaching it. But what happens is you get what you pay for. You get free information in a group with 1,000 people in it that don't know anything. You're going to get bad advice, right? Good advice typically costs money. That's why you see all of the most powerful and most knowledgeable guys in the world, they do events that you have to invest to attend. You have to invest in good information. And you've got all of these people trying to consume this just crap off of the internet, and they're doing the wrong thing. So my point is, there's a lot of people saying, oh, nobody will pay $10 to $12 for shipping and handling. That's too much. We don't believe that's possible. Well, there's a difference between opinions and facts, because I've got $1.5 million in shipping and handling charges at the price of $10 to $12 that people will pay that much for shipping and handling, right? So quit listening to people that don't actually do what they're teaching and just want to be a Mr. Know-it-all, and start listening to people like me that actually do this and make a lot of money doing it. The idea is to make money, not lose money, right? So one of the keys to my success with this model is getting people to buy multiple items, right? Getting them to come in and not just buy one free item. Like, for instance, I don't want them to come in and just go to my store. Just come here. I don't want them to go to my store, go to Gear Grabber, and just buy one single cat necklace, right? I don't want them to buy just one single cat necklace. I want them to come in and I want them to buy a couple of different things, and that's how I get these insanely large order values. So moving forward here, here's an example of some of my ads that have the sizzle effect on them with free plus shipping products. We've got 6.7 million people that seen this, 200,000 shares. Here's another one, 290,000 shares. I mean, these ads go mega viral, and it's all because of the free plus shipping model. So somebody comes to your store, like this Homefront FD store, and they see the item is free. When they click to order it, well, it goes to the shopping cart, and it says, all right, it's free, but you just have to pay $9.95 for shipping and handling, or up to $12. All right, so that's how it works. It's so easy to set it up. You just have to know what you're doing, right? And people say, okay, well, I'm willing to pay just shipping. But like I said, you want them to buy more than one thing. So here's an order where somebody came in and bought 3 products. So we've got $31 for shipping and handling. See, it says retail is 0. Then we've got another customer that came in. And guys, this is the power of the sizzle effect. Samantha was so excited about the deals that she was getting. She bought $1,054 worth of free plus shipping products. You see, every one is $0. All of the money, all of the profit is built into the shipping and handling, and that's why this is so powerful, right? They feel like they're getting a good deal, which they are, and they're willing to spend a boatload of money because they have this buying frenzy take over, right? And they think, oh, this is such a good deal, I better take advantage of it, get as much as I can while it's available. We've all done that before. We've all gotten more than we've needed of a specific deal just because it was such a good deal. All right, so you're going to end up getting orders not for $10, but for $20, $30, $40, $50, $100, $200. The goal is to get them to buy more than one. And that's exactly what they do if you use my formula. So store demo that I show is in Gear Grabber. Here's what happens. You'll notice that in my store, everything is completely, everything on here is at a retail price. Now here I am saying that I sell everything for free and I just pay shipping, but everything on here is at a retail price. Now why is that? It's because all of my free offers are hidden. The only way you can see a free offer is if I show it to you in a Facebook ad. This makes it seem like a really special deal. Because if people come to my site and they see nothing but free offers, well, they're not going to believe that it's true. As a matter of fact, they're going to believe it's too good to be true. So by having everything set at a retail price on the surface, what I'm doing is establishing credibility and trust and increasing the amount of urgency that one has when they see the free product and say, oh, well, it might go off sale and I might have to pay retail for it later, so I need to hurry up and get this while it's the free plus shipping offer. You see what I'm saying here? It's a brilliant model, and all I'm doing is using psychology, which is actually interesting because I failed psychology in college, but when it comes to making money, suddenly I become very good at math and very good at psychology. Two things I was terrible at in school. Right? But this model works like a charm. So this is the inside of Shopify. Now Shopify makes it so easy to do everything. When you find a product using my X Factor software, like this cat necklace, if you want it on your store, it's so simple. You just go into Shopify, you would add a product, and then you type in, you know, cat necklace, then you type in your description, so put your pointers here. And then all you do is you upload the image of the product, right? So all you do is upload the image of the product, you put in your price, which we would leave it at free, and then you can assign it to a category like necklaces or whatever. And then you hit save product, and boom, it's on your site. I mean, it's that simple. It doesn't get any easier than that. Putting in your title, description, your image, and assigning it to a category, hitting save, and it's live and it's ready to be purchased. It's absolutely nuts. Remember I said the world we live in right now, the technology just makes it so simple for us. But you'll notice here that everything is on my store twice. We've got we've got a retail version and we've got a free version. So the free versions are hidden. You can only see the free versions if you click on one of my Facebook ads. And now you'll see that it's $0.00. So if you go to add the product to the cart and you add however many they add, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It just depends. Some people will buy 20, right? Shopify is going to charge them shipping per each item that they get. So if they get 4 items, they'll be paying over $40 shipping and handling. 5 items, $50 in shipping and handling. And all they do is hit checkout, and once they do that, they type in their information, so test@gmail.com, then they put in their test name, and they put in their test address. So we'll just do, let's say, Ridgeland, Mississippi, and we'll put in the area code 39210 and go to continue to shipping method, and then it'll start to calculate shipping. So you'll see I have 4 products in the shopping cart, and Shopify is now saying that shipping is going to be $39. That's because I set it up right. And in eCom Success Academy, I show you exactly how to make Shopify do this. It's really freaking cool. Type in just type in cool in the chat box if you're watching this and you think that's pretty darn cool right there, because I know it blows a lot of people's minds. So that's how Shopify works. Now, the next thing that we're going to discuss are these Facebook intelligent ads, okay? Now, Facebook intelligent ads are really, really cool. These ads literally do all of the targeting for you, okay? They literally will target themselves for you, but you have to set them up right, okay? I'm going to skip to the main slide I want you to see, and that is coming in and skipping over cost per click, skipping over click-through rates. Those two things do not matter. I want you to write this down. My focus equals cost per conversion. Facebook has an entire ad type that literally focuses on conversions. How many of you in here would rather get conversions instead of clicks? I know, for one, I would like to get sales opposed to clicks. But once again, you've got all of these Mr. Know-it-alls that have really never done anything before. They're just trying to, give advice to look cool or something. I don't know, but it should be illegal for them to give advice, telling you to do old stuff. They're telling you to do paid post engagement, clicks to website, and all this stuff that it doesn't matter anymore. We're in a new age. Look at this. If you go inside Facebook right now, let's go inside my Facebook account. If you go inside Facebook and you start to create an ad, let me see where it is. When you click on create an ad, which by the way is this little green button at the top right, if you click on that button, Facebook is going to say, well, what type of ad do you want to create? Do you want to boost your post? What do you want to do? You want to get clicks to your website? Well, let me see. If I have to choose out of all of these things here, I think I'm going to drive sales to my business. How many of you in here would agree that of all of these options right here, increasing sales to your website might be the best idea, right? But this is what nobody's teaching that I've been profiting from for a while, because it works, right? And when you click on this, right, you're setting up Facebook to start doing the work for you, but you have to set it up right. You've got to set everything up right, or it's not going to work. And that's what eCom Success Academy teaches you how to do. So it takes about 9 minutes to set that ad up. It takes about $5 to start, and Facebook will do the work for you. But, very big but, you've got to use what I call the 4 phases of targeting. Facebook is a baby. When you first open your account, it knows nothing, okay? You've got to train it. And once you train it, doesn't take very long, but once you do train it, it becomes a freaking monster for conversions, and it literally will force feed buyers to your ads. I use the 4 phases of targeting, and eventually, if it's done right, then the idea is to create profitable campaigns without doing any targeting at all, all right? So let me show you an example of what I mean. Every time somebody clicks on my Facebook ad, here's some of my ads right here. Every time somebody clicks on my Facebook ad, Facebook sees that. That red arrow right there, that's all of my clicks. The next red arrow is everybody that clicked but added the product to the shopping cart. And the green arrow is everybody that actually made a purchase. So with one simple click, you can connect Shopify to your Facebook account. That's another reason I love Shopify so much. And Facebook can start basically monitoring everything that happens on your e-commerce store. So it learns who's just clicking, who is abandoning the shopping cart, and who is actually following through and buying. And if you use my special 4 phases of targeting to teach Facebook how to learn who your buyer is quickly, faster than any other way it's possible, then you can literally create insane marketing campaigns with very little effort. Let me show you something. Here's one of my Facebook intelligent campaigns right here. So here is a Facebook intelligent campaign. Let's look at a couple things. First off, it's not fizzling out. My campaigns don't really experience fizzles because I'm not marketing little micro niche products. I mean, I'm hitting massive passions. My campaigns have lasted for over a year, whereas some people, they make money 1 week and then the next week the money's gone, right? Because they're doing the wrong thing, okay? So top left, you can see the scalability. Top right, you can see I'm bidding for conversions. It's in the green box. This is 178% ROI. I spent $3,600 to make $9 grand. That is huge. Actually, almost 10 grand. That's huge, right? How many of you in here would love to see the exact targeting that I used for this ad? What if I gave you the exact targeting, every single keyword that I used for this ad to generate just about 200% ROI? Type in the chat box right now, say, I want it. I want it. All right, so we've got obviously a ton of people that want this. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you a gift. I'm going to give you the exact targeting that I use to generate 10 grand at 200% rounding up return on investment. All right, my special gift to you. Look up at the top right in the blue box. There you go. There's the targeting. Wait, there is no targeting because I'm not using any keywords because I don't have to. This is a Facebook intelligent ad. It does the targeting for me. Now, I know that was kind of a mean joke, but I'm trying to make a point here. I'm generating insane amounts of return on investment, and I'm not having to put any effort into my targeting because of what I teach in ESA, the 4 phases. Train Facebook to be a beast when it comes to conversions. And look, you think this is a one-hit wonder? It's not. Let me show you some more campaigns that are absolutely crushing it right here. So we've got these campaigns hitting massive, massive audiences. 168 million people, 4.5 million people, 22 million people. So you've got people that are going to teach you how to hit these teeny tiny little micro audiences, and your money comes and money goes. But when you're hitting a massive audience like I am, 168 million people, 120 million people, it doesn't phase out, right? And the way you achieve this is with zero targeting. Write that down. Zero targeting, which is phase 4 of what I teach in Ecom Success Academy. And literally, you let Facebook take the wheel, and they will optimize 24 hours a day. It's like having a robot manage your campaigns at the most intelligent level possible. Look at this: $1,500 to make 5 grand, $800 to make 3 grand, $1,500 to make 4 grand. This isn't tiny amounts of return on investment. This is massive ROI right here, guys. These ads are very easy to scale. Write this down. Go broad or go home. Here's the key. Write one simple Facebook ad campaign and generate at least 6 figures. All right? Target massive audiences that buy, not people that aren't going to ignore your ads. You want people to buy. And these are profitable, consistent, long-term, sustainable campaigns. And there's no need to put 1,000 pieces of crap on your website. We're talking about a few products that you can maximize and scale to the moon and back. Let me show you one more campaign. Here's another Facebook intelligent ad. This one product, it's one single product, okay, and a passion. It's a passion product. It's done $637,000 in sales. 637 grand in sales for me, and it's done it since August of 2015. So you see this campaign is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. We're close to 100% ROI on it. I mean, it's just absolutely destroying because of my strategy, okay? Now, you do see 25 campaigns in the bottom left. I want to explain that so everybody understands. With this model, I market all over the world. Mexico, Sweden, Ireland, Scotland, United Kingdom, New Zealand, all over. I put every country in a different ad group or a different campaign because I want to measure where my money's coming from. Is UK converting? Is USA converting? So that's why I have multiple campaigns. But they're all promoting the same exact product. Now, as a bonus today, I'm going to be giving away to my new eCom Success Academy students a campaign that has generated for me $152,000. Stop. Think about that, guys. You can go and you can try to find a product yourself and start from scratch, or you could take a campaign that's generated $152,000 for me that I'm still running, by the way, and you can copy and paste it. The product, the ad, as a matter of fact, I even filmed a video that walks my VIP students through exactly how to rebuild my campaign that made me $152,000. How many of you in here would like to get started out of the gate with a campaign that's already working for me, right? That's going to be a bonus today with ESA, but I'm not going to talk too much more about it. But everything I've shown you up to this point, passion products, sizzle effect, free plus shipping model, Facebook intelligent ads, this is what I've used to generate over $2 million with Shopify, and the store is the easiest thing to set up, right? So this is massive right here. Now, we do have one more step that we're going to go over, and that is step 4, okay? Step 4 is going to be massive, but I want to show you one last thing. These are some of my passion audiences. Where are they? These are some of my passion audiences right here. We're inside of my Facebook account. Look at this. We've got running audiences, yoga audiences, bodybuilding, CrossFit, hunting, police officers, military. So you can see here we have a lot of audiences in here. Nursing, we've got grandparents, and look how big they are. 20 million, 4 million, 11 million, 19 million. These are all a part of what I teach, guys, okay? So I want you to see that I actually do passion audiences. Very, very cool stuff. You're looking inside of an account that I really did go in and set up some targeting for. All right, now, step number 4 is email marketing. Now, this is one of the most vital pieces of the puzzle, but look, you're Onyx students. I don't have to tell you that. You already know that email marketing is the most important money, the most long-term money that exists online. So I'm not going to harp on it. I'm not going to go through all the points, but what I will say is this. I got paid $2.4 million in revenue to build a massive email list because Shopify connects with autoresponders, and every time somebody buys something on your Shopify store, Shopify instantly puts them on your email list, and when you email them, you can market other products to them, and that generates for me over $20,000 a week, and I'm going to prove it to you in just a second. As a matter of fact, let me show you something. We're going to go inside of Shopify right now, and you'll see down here they've got this little button that says App Store. Remember I told you it's like an iPhone, okay? Now, if I click on Visit the Shopify App Store, you're going to see that there's all sorts of apps. So I could type in like MailChimp. So MailChimp is an autoresponder. They instantly connect to Shopify. Look, it's free. It doesn't cost any money. It's free. All right. I could type in pretty much any autoresponder, and they've got apps that will literally connect directly to Shopify. So whenever somebody buys, boom, they instantly go on my email list. And look, guys, this is how I've built an email list, and I've used MailChimp, by the way, of 350,000 people, okay? 350,000 people. Remember earlier I showed you 2 Shopify stores? As a matter of fact, let me just go all the way back to that slide. All right, earlier I showed you my 2 Shopify stores that I tested out, the Flex store and the Niche store. They both made me a lot of money, but the Flex store is the best. The Flex store is what I teach everybody to make in eCom Success Academy. While I made all of this money this $2.4 million, I also was able to generate 2 email lists that total to over 350,000 people. And you're looking at both of them right now. Now, here's what happens when you build a high-quality email list from e-commerce. Here's list number 1 with 300,000 people. This is from my Flex store, okay? Now, this list, since January 1st, has made me $200,000 in sales. In one single day, I sent an email on April 17th, and it generated $16,000 in revenue. Look at March 2nd and March 4th. You add those 2 days together, you're looking at 29 grand in 2 days just from sending emails. I could literally shut down all of my Facebook ads and still make a boatload of money just from my email list. List number 2, it's made me over $50,000, just 3 to 4 grand every time I send an email. These leads are valuable, and Shopify instantly puts them in my autoresponder. Guys, I already in 5 months have made over $250,000, $250K, just sending emails. Over the course of this year, I'm going to make over $500,000 just sending simple emails that I got paid to get on my email list. Remember, I made $2.4 million while my email list was growing and building itself. This is a big, big deal. 500K this year on email marketing is what I'm projecting. And every day, my email list gets bigger. Now, I'm going to show y'all one single video because I know some of you are saying, okay, Adrian, you've done this, you've crushed it, you make a lot of money, and I know that Onyx Wife has done really well, but can a regular person, a regular student that doesn't already know you, really take your training and really succeed? And if so, then how quickly can I start to see success? If I get into ESA, how fast can I expect to start making money? Well, it's going to be different for everybody, right? That depends on you. But what I can show you is a student of mine that is above average, that literally saw this, took action, and did something. And I say above average because most people, they see a great opportunity and they don't seize the moment, right? And they don't take massive action. But Josh is one of those guys that did. And I just want to show you a quick video from Josh. In 3 days, 3 to 4 days, he was already making a couple $100 a day and building a huge email list. So let me introduce you to Josh real fast.
What's up, guys? This is Josh. I'm doing a video for Adrian Morrison. Within 4 days, I had almost like 500 emails. That's sick, man. 500 emails, you know, that I can retarget, you know, within 4 days. Just imagine what it's going to be like in a month. And then not only that, but I'm making, you know, $200-300 a day. That's within 4 or 5 days. I'm so excited to keep going, so excited to go into this training program. And, man, it's definitely worth it.
All right, so that's just to show you guys what's possible. I'm not going to show you a bunch of 6-figure testimonials and stuff on this. I want you just to see somebody that's just starting out. Now, this brings us to the conclusion, right? Our $2.4 million e-com success plan. All right, 0 inventory, Shopify, drop shipping, passion products, using my X Factor software to snipe out products that actually convert, right? That gives me a massive edge over everybody else. Self-optimized ads using Facebook intelligence and building a huge email list. Here's a graphic that really shows you exactly how it works. Step 1, find a passion. 2, a product. 3, initiate my 4 phases of intelligent targeting. Retarget your ads and email marketing. Email marketing for long-term money. That's going to be a rinse and repeat formula. So what do other people think? Right? I've got a lot of success students. We've got Alex, whose son's making 10 grand a month. We've got Graham, who's now upwards of $1,000 net profit per week. We've got Sebastian, who's done over $80,000 so far this year. We've got Frank, who's a full-time police officer. He only does this part-time, 2 to 3 hours a day. And he's generated $50,000 since November 29th. Now, that's more than he gets paid as a salary as a police officer in Las Vegas, right? Just doing this part-time. And look at the top. He says, I'm only advertising one single flagship product. So, I want to discuss with you guys eCom Success Academy. I want to tell you what's inside, what you're going to get access to if you take action today and you invest in good information and not free training, but something that you do have to put some skin in the game, but you're going to be expecting top-notch information and training, right? And that is ESA. So this is all about mentoring, okay? This is about not just watching video modules. It's about getting the support, getting the direction, and not what you think your goal should be, but what somebody who's been there and done that says, hey, this should be your goal starting out. This is realistic. Start here, hit this goal, then move to the next. So it all starts with course number 1. All right? The first part of ESA is the Shopify Mastery course. Now this goes over setting up your store in less than 20 minutes and doing it the right way so you know how to set up the free products with shipping. All right, setting up your drop shipping and my personal Shopify app arsenal. This is all of those apps that I use to supercharge my store that I literally hand over to you and say, this is what I'm using. This is the entire blueprint. I film myself building a store, and you get to follow along and literally duplicate everything that I do. This one course right here, easily worth $1,500 just for the Shopify Mastery course. But you're also going to get the Product Sorcery course. Now, this is going to go over sniping out high-converting passion products. Not stuff that sucks, that nobody's going to buy, but stuff that actually works. And that's because as a bonus, as a free bonus, I'm going to be giving you my Sizzle product sniping software, okay? This is that X Factor software that gives me an edge and an advantage over everybody else, and I want you to have it as well. So, Product Sorcery is going to go over sniping out products, sniping out ads, and duplicating success, okay? Instantly making that happen. Then we've got Facebook Ads Mastery. Now, this goes over setting up those crazy Facebook intelligent ads I showed you, the ones that have helped me generate over $2.4 million, $600,000 on one single campaign, right? I'm going to show you exactly how to set them up. I'm going to give you my exact ad copy. So you don't have to worry about what you're going to write in your ad. You're just going to take exactly what I tell you I use, copy and paste it, and know that you're using the best of the best. It makes so much more sense for you to do that. We're going to go over the 4 phases of targeting. Starting your ads on teeny tiny little $5 budgets, making sure that they work, and then scaling them up to be massive campaigns only after you are positive that you're getting a return. This one course right here, Facebook Ads Mastery, literally should cost over, actually I've had people pay upwards of $2,500 to $3,000 just to take my Facebook course. Literally, $3,000 just to take my Facebook course. And that's included in ESA. Alpha Email Mastery. Now this is going to be email marketing, but on a different level than you've already learned. Because we're going to be talking about e-commerce. You all saw that I made $16,000 multiple times sending one single email. So one of the hardest parts about email marketing is knowing what to send to your audience and how to write your emails properly. So rather than saying, hey, figure it out for yourself, in Alpha Email Mastery, I'm going to give you my $16,000 email template. In other words, you can copy it word for word exactly how I do it and just put in your own products. Now that right there is priceless. I've already done the testing. I've already tested everything. I've written a zillion different types of emails. I got one template. I'm going to give it to you, and this is what I've used to make over $20,000 a week doing email marketing. This is a $550,000 a year blueprint. It's done for you. All you have to do is copy it. Now this course right here is worth well over $1,500 just with the template, okay? Then you've got Automation Mastery. This is going to show you how to automate the entire business. Literally, you'll never even have to put a product on your store yourself, because all of that can be outsourced, it can be automated, and I walked you full circle through exactly how to set all of that up should you want to automate everything. I just wake up every day, I check my stats, see how much money I made, and I make more Facebook ads if I want to advertise a new product. Then we've got our $3.5 million exit plan mastery. All right? So this course is going to go over my P&L formula, the exact formula I use daily to keep up with my profits. All you have to do is copy and paste it, and assets that add value to your e-commerce store. So if you go to sell it one day, you get the maximum valuation. This is how, literally in 10 months, I've taken a store that hasn't even been in business for a year and gotten a $3.5 million valuation. It's way better to copy my formula than it is to try to figure it out for yourself, because you want to make sure that it's primed and prepped for the maximum valuation for the biggest payday possible. So everything you get, we just went over, is well over $10,000 worth of content and training. But we have got a boatload of bonuses, and I know that Anik also has a boatload of bonuses. Bonus number 1 is going to be Shopify has officially endorsed Ecom Success Academy. They're giving all of my students a special link to join Shopify that's going to enter you in a 60-day contest for my top earners. And the top 3 earners over the next 60 days, you're going to get flown to Shopify headquarters. So they're going to pay to fly you to Shopify. You're going to get a VIP of their massive offices that are just amazing, by the way. And you're going to spend the entire day getting one-on-one training from me personally in the Shopify offices. Shopify's never done this before. They've never publicly sponsored a course, because if they do and the course sucks, it makes them look really bad. So I think bonus number 1 speaks very highly and speaks to the credibility of how amazing ESA is. Bonus number 2, I'm going to give you my X Factor software that gives me an edge over everybody else. It snipes out converting ads, then it snipes out the exact product from the best vendor at the best deal with 2 simple clicks. Bonus number 3 is going to be my Profit Power Hour. These aren't even for sale, all right? This is weekly training with me, just like you got tonight. You cannot buy it from anywhere. It literally is not for sale. The only way to be a part is by being one of my VIP students. How many of you in here would like to get on a training just like this with me every single week, where we go in Facebook, we look at targeting, we look at ads, we look at products? I've been doing these for over a year, and I haven't missed a single one, right? This is massive value right here at the Profit Power Hours. This literally is just insane. Bonus number 4 is my Friends with Benefits discount. So I've asked my top vendor, my very top vendor, to allow you guys to get a high volume seller discount. This means you're going to pay less for the products that you're marketing than anybody else out there. High volume sellers get benefits, they get discounts. I don't think it's fair if I say that I'm going to teach you how to do this and you're not getting the same benefits as me. I want the playing field to be even. So I literally forced my top vendor to give my ESA students a volume discount where you're going to pay less than anybody else, which is going to help increase your ROI. So everything that's included are the baby step-by-step over-the-shoulder trainings for Shopify, finding passion products, baby steps to Facebook ads mastery and email marketing. Everything is there with all of the bonuses, an insane value, right? And I'm not about to say that it's 10 grand or 15 grand, even though it's worth well over that. I think we all could agree. But it's a one-time investment and very solid training of $2,497. And this is the URL to get enrolled right here. It's physicalprofits.com/ecom. But I'm not done. I'm going to let Anik talk in a second if he's still around. But I've got 2 mega bonuses, and I call these the decision-making bonuses. These are going to make it a freaking no-brainer for anybody that wants to get started with what I just taught. Everything I just showed you is a massive value, worth way more than the price you see on the screen. But I'm about to sweeten the pot and do something that I've never done before, and that is give you, literally hand over to you on a silver platter, a $152,000 campaign. Now, you saw earlier I made 600 grand off one single campaign. I've got quite a few massive campaigns. I'm taking one of them and I'm giving it to you. That means I'm going to give you the targeting, okay? All of the targeting that I used for the 4 phases. I'm going to give you the ad, the exact product, everything. This is a 3.1 million person passion audience. That not that you could just copy and paste this one product to and duplicate my campaign, but you can start marketing other products to it within the same passion. This audience is something I've worked on for a year, and they are literally primed and prepped. They are the best of the best for this passion, and not only should you be able to duplicate my one product, but you can find other products on AliExpress with the same passion and start pushing them and advertising them, recycling this audience, and continue to build different campaigns and pull profit from it. So I filmed a video for this decision-making bonus to walk you step by step through finding the product, through building the ad campaign, and setting it live. So it's not just something you're going to read. You're literally going to have a walkthrough over-the-shoulder training video with me that shows you how to duplicate my $152,000 campaign. Now, one more decision-making bonus, and then we're going to do some Q&A, and I'm going to let Anik talk. This last...
Hey, don't forget, I got my bonuses too.
Yeah, I know. You have a boatload, so I'm trying to pummel through mine so you can get to yours. The last decision-making bonus I'm offering, this is worth literally $30,000 a year, because that's what people have paid us for this. And we're going to give you access to 4 weeks of daily coaching, not 4 weeks of one webinar a week, but we're talking about a webinar a coaching webinar every single day, nothing for sale on it, just pure value, pure training, not just with me, but other 6, 7, and even 8-figure marketers like Anthony Morrison, who a lot of you probably know, Casey, Corey, and Adam. Adam has sold over $2 million of one single product, right? They're all mega marketers, and each week one of them has agreed to come on and spend an entire week with you on a webinar going over Shopify, passion products, Facebook marketing, email, automation, and optimization. This is massive. Some of these people that you see up here don't even allow people to pay them for mentoring or coaching. They don't do it. They're literally underground marketers. So everything that I just went over, you can get at physicalprofits.com/ecom. Now, Anik, you have an insane bonus that I'm going to let you take over and explain right now.
All right, awesome. Adrian, do you mind doing me a favor and actually pulling up my site? Because I'm using my laptop, it's making things a little tricky. So listen, guys, here's the first bonus I'm going to start with. First of all, yes, I've thrown in over $8,000 bonuses, yada, yada, yada. But let me tell you something. I believe so much in what we've put together here and what Adrian has put together. Don't forget, I saw my own wife go through this. I actually was the one that said, nope, can't be done. It's not going to work, because I'm the digital publishing guy. I've always said digital publishing is the best. I still believe it's great, but listen, for some people starting, there she is. You can see my beautiful wife. If you scroll down there, Adrian, you'll see her testimonial, her words from her. You see her income proofs, and she specifically says what she's been able to create. And Adrian, if you scroll down just a little bit, you guys can see, look at that. I want to show you something really neat here, okay? I want to show you in January of 2016, you can see she did 10,579. That was her first month working with Adrian, first month, okay? How many of you can say that you've been able to create over 10,000 in sales in month 1 of being online? Now, she had no technical experience. She had no knowledge about internet marketing, even though she's my wife, and she literally had no clue about how to set up a store or do any of that. Then in February, I got to be honest with you, we were in India. We were traveling. We were taking time off. We were chilling. And so her business still grew by 40% to $14,000 in March. Now, here's what she did. She literally just went and did what Adrian had taught her a couple of times over. She launched a couple of new products. One of her products was a massive success. Now, here's the best part. She can test products all day long without having to spend much money or any money, because she doesn't have to buy inventory. So month 3 in March, $37,000. April, $64,000, guys. 64. That's over $2,000 a day. And this month, she's going to topple even that in May. She's absolutely crushing it, and I want you guys to see her dailies right there. $2,800, $2,600, $2,900, $3,600. You know, the $3,600 number, we were at Universal Studios that whole day. We were hanging out in Los Angeles in Universal Studios, and we came back home that night, and she saw and checked, and she almost damn near passed out. I believe in this because I've seen it work. So you know the first thing I'm going to do is if you follow Adrian's entire system to the T. Now listen, there are conditions here, there are terms. There have to be. I couldn't just do this because it would be dumb to do it otherwise. You have to show me the store you've built. You have to prove to me that you did Adrian's training. You have to have gone through it. You have to have worked with the support. But if in 60 days of having put in all that effort, you message us and say, here's my store, here's my products, I ain't making money. Well, first and foremost, I'm going to call Adrian, and I'm going to make sure that we as a team work with you to get that thing turned around, because I know that it should turn around. But you know what? If it still doesn't turn around, I'm going to offer you up to a $5,000 insurance policy. That means you have no risk. You can't possibly lose money on this. You just cannot possibly lose money. Now, by the way, the URL to go to is physicalprofits.com/ecom, E-C-O-M. That again is physicalprofits.com/ecom. Please go there right now. If nothing else, follow along with the presentation. We've already had a bunch of people taking action, just FYI. A bunch of people have taken action. I'm very proud of you guys for having taken action. So again, the URL there is physicalprofits.com/ecom. Type it in just like that into another bar. There should be some button. There should be a button below this live feed. You can click that too, or you can just open a new browser. Adrian, if you could go back to the browser now, I want to actually go through the other bonuses we're offering. Because I actually went straight to the last bonus because that's my favorite one. Because imagine this, guys. You have nothing to lose. Nothing. You know, and you take this program, you go through it, and worst case scenario, you don't like it, you get your money back. Worst to worst case scenario, you try to start a business and it doesn't work. We'll give you the insurance policy, so the worst that can happen is you'll learn a tremendous amount of stuff. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to give away an additional Physical Profits boot camp for 8 weeks. You're going to work with our coaches, Adrian's coaches, me, Adrian. We're going to come in and do all kinds of incredible advanced training that nobody else is getting. For 8 weeks, okay? Interactive Q&A sessions, live case studies, done for you tools and resources. This is worth easily $1,497, okay? Easily. Honestly, I think it's worth even more. Because here's the thing. My wife was able to do everything that she did with just like 3 or 4 classes with Adrian. Adrian, how many classes did you really do with her before she was actually making her first money?
I think on the second one, because the first one I just gave her the basics, kind of like this. I literally gave her this presentation right here, and then that second one answered just a couple of questions, and then I remember she messaged me on Skype and was like, "I just got my first few orders." And I congratulated her.
It was insane, and you guys are so much more fortunate, man. Adrian didn't have these templated ads and these cool tools and this members area for us to watch all these interactive videos where we watch over his shoulders. You know, it's incredible. It truly is just incredible. And so, let me see. My team is telling me they can't see me right now, but you're not supposed to be able to see me. You should be able to see Adrian's screen. All right, guys, so you can let me know if you can't see Adrian's screen. But if you go down again here, I want to talk to you about bonus number 2, Supplier Secrets Revealed. Now, I'll tell you right now, there's no one better in this than I've ever met than Adrian's wife. She's brilliant. She helped us answer some incredible questions, and she's got this down to a T, which means how to work with these vendors in China. And let me tell you, there is some secrets there that you got to know, otherwise they're going to eat you alive. Okay, they will eat you alive. And you know what? She helped us, she held our hands, and she showed us exactly what to do, and it was such an amazing thing, and I've convinced her through Adrian, so thank you for that, Adrian, that she's going to come on and do an amazing session with us where she's going to give you everything that she told us. She's going to tell you exactly how to find the top resources, top suppliers that are out there. All right, let's move on to bonus number. So that's worth at least $500, if not more. Bonus number 3. My wife actually, can't see Adrian's screen even. Well, that's interesting. I don't know why.
Anna, can you see my screen?
Well, my team is telling me that they can't see your screen. And they should. All right. Tell you what. Let me pull it up, guys. 1 second here. I've got it up. I'm sorry. You know, as you guys know, I told you I'm out of my element here, and I'm sitting on this laptop. and I'm not able
What
to make
happens when you're traveling?
I know, I know. Tell me about it. All right, I'm going to do a screen share here. You guys should now be able to see my screen. So let's see. We'll hope and pray that you guys can see my screen. I'll wait for a text message. Can you, Adrian?
Yeah, you're good. I can see it.
All right, perfect. So guys, the third bonus here is my wife actually created an Excel file, okay? She went through Adrian's program. She created an Excel file of the top 50 hottest fly-off-the-shelf products that she wants to sell, and I convinced her, I twisted her arm, I begged her, and she said, okay, I'm going to give this list up, but only to a select few students of yours that joined, and they have to show me that they deserve it because, you know, I don't want to give it up otherwise. So I said, no problem. I absolutely understand. So, guys, you can imagine what that's worth, right? I put a value of $9.97, but honestly, my wife came running out. She said, are you kidding me? That's worth at least $5,000. I spent a whole freaking 2 weeks doing it. So imagine that, though. You could take another 2 weeks, find another 50 products, but we'll give you the first ones to start with. Bonus number 5, Facebook e-commerce mastery. We've got our own in-house Facebook Jedi, Stephanie Bernard, who's going to be leading a great workshop that begins after the 8-week boot camp. We'll also have an additional commitment by yours truly and Adrian, who is going to be there with the Facebook master himself, who will be teaching you the secrets that, you know what? He probably doesn't even want to show me. They're that secret. They're that advanced. But I'm gonna get them right out of him during this one bonus. And then bonus number 5, guys, proven path to profits checklist. You know what? This is what we are doing right now in the process of going through every bit of Adrian's program, and we are creating for you every single checklist that you need to go through his program piece by piece. I want to congratulate, we've got people that are taking action, and I want to make sure I get in here and congratulate you guys. So let's see here. The names are not coming to me, unfortunately. Only the emails come. So Adrian will be able to come congratulate you. And then, of course, we're doing the Outsourcing Academy, bonus number 7. You know, we are going to teach you how to get all of your projects done by people outside of you. And then I'm telling you, $5,000 business buyback insurance policy. That's over $8,300 in free bonuses. What I want you guys to do right now is I want you to go down. I want you to click the button, and I want you to add this to your cart. I want you to do it right this minute. I'm telling you guys, we don't have much time for this, and so many people are already taking action. I know it's going to be removed, and I know it's going to be removed very, very soon. All right, and here's what we're going to do. I have to drive today to San Diego. And the truth of it is, you guys know how I feel about decisions. I need to see you make decisions in your life, okay? I need to see you do things and prove to yourself that you're serious about this. You can sit around and you'll linger around and you'll think about it, and you know what? That's what you've been doing the whole time in your life. I need you to step up now. I need you to have faith. I need you to believe that you can do this, and you've got the best support. You know, you're getting 2 teams in one. You're getting all of Adrian's team, and you're getting all of Learn Nation as well. What more could you possibly ask for? And I'm not telling you to do something that's good in theory. I've done it. My wife did it. If I trust my own wife to do this, can you imagine how much how much it means to me and how much I believe in this? And not just that, but I throw in over $8,300 of additional bonuses. So here's what's going to happen. All right? This is what's going to happen. We're going to make a commitment together. I'm going to go here to Google, and I'm going to type in the 10-minute countdown timer, and we're going to make one big announcement in a couple of minutes here. We've got another big announcement. But before that, right there, you guys see it? It started. You have 10 minutes, guys, and I have to go. I genuinely have to get off, and at that 10 minutes, we're just going to say, look, if in the next 10 minutes you're not able to say yes, then the answer actually is a no. And we're going to ask you to please don't get it. Do not invest in this. It's not right for you because it shouldn't take you more than 10 minutes. Listen, this program is for those of you who are dead serious. This is for those of you who have that hunger inside of you, who want it, who are, who just, there is no other option. You're desperate for it. That's who this program is for. So I'm telling you right now, you either make a decision in the next 9 minutes or you decide no. That's what it's going to be. Adrian, anything you want to add right now while this countdown timer is going on? They have 9 minutes. They know that. And I know that we're going to have another big announcement coming out here in just about a minute or 2. But before that, anything you'd like to say to everybody?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I know that when it comes to training online, there are all these different things out there and all these different options. And the great thing about Anik, and I think the great thing about me is, like I said before, we're actually in the trenches doing this stuff. So even though all of the training and everything is amazing, it's like you're getting to work side by side with a team that's actually in the trenches doing this stuff every single day. Onyx's wife's doing it. I'm doing it. I have so many other students doing it. And it's not just something that we put together to sell as a course. It's something that we believe in, that we're passionate in, and that actually works. So I'm just super, super excited about getting all of our new students in here. And Onyx, as a matter of fact, we've already had students get in ESA and message me telling me it's the most thorough baby step by baby step training they've ever seen. And I've had students already in less than a week start getting sales and earning money with this. And you know, it's just the coolest thing. And what we're going to do on that weekly coaching is we're going to go in and we're going to help people scale their campaigns. You know, getting started is the first step, right? But then going in and taking a campaign from a little tiny earner to a massive six-figure earner, that's where the player coaches are going to step in, and that's where they really need that extra help. I mean, you can get started by yourself and you can make mistakes, right? Or you can get with the best of the best and you can just do it the right way, right? I think that is the most intelligent decision for anybody and everybody to make as an investment, not as spending money, but as investing in yourself and investing in, you know, knowledge, investing in continued education. My profit power hours that everybody's going to get access to as a bonus, by the way, which are not for sale, you can't even buy them anywhere. Those are trainings that I've been doing for over a year, and I've filmed every single one of them. Everybody that gets in tonight is going to be able to dive into the archives and look at over 1 year's worth of training that I've put together on my Profit Power Hour, which I didn't even get to show when I was sharing my screen. So there's so many bonuses in here. There's so much training in here, but you're going to start at step one. You're going to start with getting on with me in ESA, finding a passion product, and putting it on your store and getting started crushing it. Then you're going to jump on these weekly, daily trainings with 6, 7, and 8-figure marketers, and we're going to take you by the hand and we're going to walk you through exactly how everything should be done. And it's scary to do this by yourself. It's not scary to do it when you've got the best of the best sitting by you, pushing you, telling you what to do, where to go, and how to get started. Like, for instance, Onyx, your wife's file of the 50 top products that she geared up to start advertising. You go to AliExpress, you'll find a zillion things on there. And that's why I said it's all about focus. Just getting access to that one file puts everybody a zillion steps ahead of anybody else is getting ready to start this. So I think that's a real big deal and a huge bonus to get access to.
So, Adrian, I think it's time for the big announcement, because here's what's going on, guys. You have 5 minutes left. You have generally 5 minutes left. And what I want you to do right now is I want you to go to physicalprofits.com/ecom. And Adrian, go ahead and let me know about some people we can congratulate who've taken action, because I know we're getting a lot of them right now. So, everybody, go to physicalprofits.com/ecom. Do it right now.
We've got Jamila Alfonse, we've got Michael Tam, Mankit Hung, Tiana Liu, Stephanie Rubio just popped in. We have a couple more. If I scroll down here, let me just click on all. We've got George Uche, Seven Scare, Craig Shima, Marcus Hallman. Honestly, there's too many names to continue reading out. But we've had a ton of people take action. And you know, opportunity presents itself sometimes in a small, short window. And those that know how to take massive, immediate action and make a decision, like Onyx is saying right now, decision making is a massive part of business. Those are the people that are going to continue and excel. And I guess the laggers that just can't seem to make that decision, they continuously fall behind and stay in the same place. So I want to urge you guys, you know, to see the value, make a decision. And even though, look, we're telling you, you got to do it right now, right? Like, it's time to make this decision right now. That's what business is all about. And that's what separates, you know, the winners and the mega successful people from the people that continue to struggle, is the ability to make quick decisions and move forward and take massive action.
So, Adrian, really quick question for you. Can we make that big announcement? Because I got a lot of people asking for this right now. Listen, guys, this is going to prove to you by far how serious we are about what we want to do for you. So, Adrian, I'm going to let you make the announcement. Go for it.
All right, man. I am going
You know which announcement I'm talking about, right?
Well, we've had so many announcements.
Let me tell you, it includes the number 3.
Yes, that's what I figured you were talking about. So,
right.
We have actually, to make this even more of a no-brainer for you guys, we've put together a payment plan. So it's broken down into 3 payments of $997. So for those of you that can't put out $2,500 up front, we've broken it down into 3 payments of $997. The URL's on the screen, physicalprofits.com/ecom3, and you're still going to get access to all bonuses. Literally everything me and Anik have gone over, all of the training, instant access tonight, but we are going to allow you to break it down into 3 payments, and that is because we know sometimes you just need that extra payment. You know, you need to slice it in half for it to go through on your credit card even. So we realize that, and we want to make sure that everybody has the opportunity to get in and get started. So you go to the URL that Anik has highlighted on his screen, ecom3, and you'll be able to break it down into 3 payments of $997 and still get access to the business guarantee buyback, all of that good stuff. Nothing's left out.
No, absolutely not. Not a single bonus is going to be taken off. Guys, listen, I don't care what payment plan you do. Now, personally, I think you should do the one pay. I think you should save that money. I think you should put it into your business. I think you should take your family for a nice dinner. I don't care what you do, but you should save it for yourself, because what do you have to lose? Listen, worst case scenario, you don't like it, you get all your money back, and you have our insurance policy. This will work. The only difference is, thing is, are you going to make it work? So right now, we've got less than 2 minutes. At least pull up the page. And you know what I want to do is I want to congratulate the next people. I want to congratulate the next people that make this decision, because I know how impactful this decision is. And I also know that it's a big moment. I know it's not easy to make this decision. And I take a moment to celebrate and congratulate those of you who do. So go ahead and type in your name below into that comment box, okay? My team will go ahead and tell me who's made that decision. Adrian, do we have any new people we should welcome that we can just say thank you to?
Yes, we do. We have Gary Hess has come in. Marlene Farley has rolled in. We've also got Ryland Jones, Hugh Tran, Carolyn Poon. We've got, let's see, we've had a couple pop in. I can't even pronounce that name, I'm sorry. Elosini, Doreen, Daniel Rodriguez, Anthony Francis, Misty Amutz have all come in. So we've had a lot of names. Every time I refresh the screen, I see a couple new members pop in. So clearly people see the value in this, and they're taking some pretty massive action, which is key.
Yeah, so listen, I've gone ahead and paused the timer at 30 seconds, only because, guys, I want to talk to you. So let me come on screen here just for a minute if I can figure out how to do it. All right, I'm playing around with my laptop. Let's see here. Am I on screen? There I am. All right. Don't look at how bad the color. I know my bed's right there and my face is dark. But listen, just listen to what I have to say. This is the opportunity. This is the time for you to make a decision and for you to do something. Let's put everything into perspective here, okay? Today, you need to take a step forward. So look at how your day went today, okay? Were you happy with it? Was it the dream life you've been wanting? Was it the dream day that you've always been wanting in your life? Was it? You probably wouldn't be on this webinar if it was. Now, let me ask you this. If today, you don't do anything different, how's tomorrow going to look? Tell me. How's it going to look? How's tomorrow going to look for you? It's going to look the freaking same as today has looked so far, right? So listen, make a change. Do something different, for crying out loud. And today, take a step forward. Today, take a step forward to doing something that can really make your life different. You know what? When you make this decision today, you join right now. You go to physicalprofits.com/ecom or /ecom3. I don't care. Your decision, 1 pay or 3 pay, whatever's easier for you. You make that decision today. Tomorrow is automatically different. Tomorrow is automatically a brand new day. You have coaching to start. You have training to start. You get busy. You get revived. You get energized. And think about everything you're getting here. You're getting two teams that will wrap themselves around you and work with you. How could you possibly? The only reason that all 500 or so of you right now that are watching The only reason that you've not all jumped on is what? Doubt, fear, okay? Let's mathematically take care of doubt and fear for a minute too. So there's two scenarios, okay? Scenario number 1 is full of doubt and full of fear. Scenario 2 is full of doubt and full of fear. I'm going to give you that to you. Okay, so the scenario 1, you say, you know what, Anik, I don't buy it. I don't believe it. I'm not going to do this because I don't know. It just don't feel right. Okay, great. So what do you have here? You have 0, nothing. 0% chance of making any change happen. Now, granted, you can't lose money, so you can't disappoint yourself. You can't hurt yourself. You can't, you don't have any fear of risk of failure, but you also can't do anything. There's nothing to gain. Tomorrow is exactly the way today is guaranteed to be that. Now let's look at this side. Okay, I'm going to play along with you. Okay, so this side, you say yes. You make a decision to do something. Okay, and let's just say the odds are against you. I'm just going to argue for a minute and say the odds are against you. You have a 5% chance of succeeding. That's it, the 5% chance. Okay, it's really, really not that. It's much, much higher. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here in front of you. But I'm playing along with you, so 5% chance of succeeding. Well, guess what? You have no worst case. Your worst case is the same. Your worst case is 0. There's no risk. First of all, you get all your money back. Secondly, we've given you the insurance policy, so your worst case is, again, 0. But you have a chance for making your life change. So now it's a mathematically, so I'm going to say stupid decision, but it is. It's a silly decision to say no to this. It doesn't make any sense to say no to this. You have to say yes to this, guys. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put that URL back on the screen. When I first stopped this clock, we had 30 seconds. 30 seconds left, okay? We have 30 seconds left, and I paused the clock because I wanted you to make a decision. I wanted you to do something. We've still got so many of you on right now. We have over 400 of you on right now, and what I want to know is, why are you here? Why are you here and not taking action? So the truth of it is, I need to go. I do need to get off. We're going to do some Q&A, but I'm going to restart this countdown timer only because I love to give people a second chance. I want you guys to know that this time I'm dead serious. So let me just do something here real quick. I'm going to put it on my browser for a second. All right. 1 sec here.
While you set that up, I'm going to answer a couple of questions. I did have a question come in. Adrian, should I start my store before the weekly coaching begins? Because we are doing that weekly, daily coaching. It is going to be 100% recorded. So if you can't come to it every day, you can attend the recordings of that. So there'll be 30 recordings of coaching done over the next 30 days that we do all of that. But yes, go ahead and go through the basic training, get your store started. And when you get on this daily life coaching with us, we're going to help you optimize it and push it. Push it to make sure that it's the best of the best of the best, and you get the right Facebook's ad written for that. So, Anik, I know you can tell them about how much time did you give everybody? I know you reset the timer. I didn't see it, but your screen is up now. 10 minutes?
Yep, it's reset to 10 minutes, and I genuinely have to leave at that point. We have to shut down the webinar, so this is it. This is the final 10 minutes. I already started the clock. We're at 9.5 minutes left now, guys. Oops, sorry, I keep putting the wrong screen on. So 9.5 minutes left. Here's the URL. Look, you can go to either one. I don't care. You get all of my bonuses. You get all of Adrian's bonuses. You get both of my teams. You get our full-time help. You get us dedicated to you. Okay, dedicated to you. You have 9 minutes, and you can choose either of the payment plans that you want. Adrian, here's what I'm going to do. If you don't mind, I'm going to switch the screen to you. If you could put these URLs on your screen for a minute, and that way I can pull up some questions that the team's seeing. And so I'll put up this here. So the screen's yours now, Adrian.
All right, cool. So let me just write down those URLs real quick. So actually, you know what? I can go to them in the slide. I've got them both pulled up. So we should be good. Yep, right. So we've got both different plans right here. So you should all be able to see them on the screen now, Anik, while you pull up some questions. So this breaks down everything you get. You're going to get everything, honestly. And, I do want to take just a second to point out how much of a no-brainer it is when I'm giving away a $152,000 campaign. I've already had students that got this bonus and got in, set it up in under 10 minutes, and Facebook messaged me and told me that they started getting sales. Why? Because it's not something that I used to do. It's something that I'm still doing right now, literally today. I have this campaign running, and it's making me money. I'm able to share these campaigns because they're massive, massive campaigns that they're not going to dry up. I can't get all of the traffic, right? So I'm giving you a head start. I've seen one person do this before and say he was giving away this massive campaign, but it was something that he wasn't doing anymore. It was like some sort of holiday thing that comes around once every 100 years, and he made a bunch of money off of it, and then he gave that away. But what good is a campaign that made you money back then, right? You guys are getting access to something that's actually generating money for me right now, today, and to the tune of 6 figures. I've done all of the work for you. Forget everything else, right? Forget all of the other things we've talked about here. Go in, get access to ESA, scroll down to the $152,000 case study bonus, watch the video, let me walk you step by step through how to get this done. Look, guys, this may not be for everybody, right? It might not be. Just like Onyx said earlier, if you haven't made a decision for the next 10 minutes, then the decision should be no. You know, this is for people that want to get in and they want to do it the right way. They want to work with people that don't even offer themselves as coaches. You're just getting to know them because they're my friends, right? It's not about what you know, it's about who you know. You are getting access to a network of people that will blow your frickin' mind. But more importantly, you can start out your first campaign this way. You can start out your first campaign screwing up, right? You can do it the wrong way. You can pick the wrong product, get the wrong vendor, all that stuff. You can do all this by yourself. You really can. But starting out, you're going to do it the wrong way. It's just the way it works. I lost 20 grand screwing up when I first started internet marketing over a period of time, not one day. But I screwed up. I spent money and I lost it, right? So you can go do it the hard way. You can grab a hold of that $152,000 case study campaign, see how it's done the right way, duplicate that tonight before you go to sleep. Duplicate that campaign. And you can go down that path to the right, the path to success, the path where we've already gone through the bumps, the bruises, the blood, the sweat, the tears, and we're able to literally lift you up, put you in the stroller, and push you all the way there, literally. So I've always told people, it's like, look, you know, you've got Toyota dealerships and you've got Ferrari and Lamborghini dealerships. And you can go and you can buy a Toyota. It's going to get you to point A. It's going to get you to point B. But it might not be as fast and it might not be as comfortable. Or you can go to the Lamborghini dealership and you can get something that looks freaking awesome, but the top-notch, top quality. And I believe that what I've put out with ESA is the Lamborghini of internet marketing for e-commerce and Facebook ads. So I guess my point is you can go get something that is $27 taught by somebody who doesn't know what the heck they're talking about, that's never made any money online, and you can get the Toyota or training, or you could take advantage of this right here, right now, and you can get literally the best of the best. This isn't just something that just happened to me. Look at the consistency here. $2 million in revenue on one store over the last 10 months. Guys, I'm in the top 1% of everybody on Shopify, and there are a lot of Shopify stores out there. They're a massive platform, and you're not working with somebody that's just doing it randomly. You're working with somebody that's in the top 1%. Shopify has reached out, and they have put their stamp of approval on this course. You don't see people do that, right? That's because it is amazing content and training, and it will create success students. So, I mean, you've got two paths to take. If you're here right now, it's because you want to do this, and it's because you're having trouble making the decision. Why? Because you're scared of failing, right? And it's like I said earlier, you shouldn't be scared of failing. You should be scared of failing by yourself, right? You should embrace doing this with people that are a support group that are going to show you how to do it the right way, right? That's what you should be embracing. If you're on your last dime, if you've got just a little tiny nest egg left over, and you're thinking, should I tap into this nest egg? Should I literally go in my savings and pull it out to invest in this? Let me tell you something. If not this, then what? What's going to happen to your nest egg over the next 2 to 3 years? It's going to dwindle. It's going to dwindle on bills. It's going to dwindle on food. It's going to dwindle on gas, stuff that doesn't bring anything back. While you have it, you need to invest it wisely. Even if you don't use it for this, use it for something you can invest in that's going to bring something back. Because what's extremely terrifying is, what are you going to do when it's gone and you don't have a decision to make, right? You can't make a decision because you don't have the money to invest. That is what you should truly fear right there. But when you have it now and you have something like this that presents itself, you shouldn't have to think about it. You should know that this is what you need to do to get out of whatever rut it is that you might be in right now. Get the support group to take you along the right path to success. Anik, we've had a couple of new students come in. We've had Yajara, Weahu, Frederico, Rudy. We've had, it looks like Jimmy's come in, Yan has come in. So we've had a lot of students roll in. How much time do we have on the clock?
Sorry, I had to hit unmute. We now have 1 minute and 53 seconds, which is genuine, guys. You need to make that decision now. Otherwise, I'm going to tell you it's not for you, and we've still got hundreds and hundreds of you on. I don't know what you're waiting for. You need to do it right now. Hey, Adrian, we have a few questions that we're seeing come up over and over. First, if people are asking, how much money does it take to get started, you know, to actually invest into the stores and everything?
This is the coolest. I love this question. This is my favorite question, because to get started, it literally takes $5. And I'm not exaggerating. I tell all of my students that when you get started with something, you literally only have to invest $5 in your ad. You run that ad for 3 days, that's $15, and you can tell instantly if it's going to profit or it's not going to profit. Because with this free plus shipping model, because it's such a low ticket, you can tell very quickly. So $5 on an ad campaign is all it takes. It's called a test budget. And then from there, you only invest more on your ad if you're positive it's profiting. Like I showed Andrea, right? I said start out with 5. If you spend 5 and make 10, then after a couple of days, if that's consistent, spend 10 and hope to make 20 and go bigger and bigger and bigger. But you're able to take baby steps, and that's what's cool about the way I teach.
Awesome. Okay, so now the other question we're getting is, let's see here. By the way, you guys have a minute. I paused it just so we can get some questions in. I'm telling you, people are pouring in right now. We're having so many people take action. So go to physicalprofits.com/ecom or physicalprofits.com/ecom3. Do it right now. Okay, Larry says he's tried drop shipping websites with no success in the past. How are you getting all your traffic to make this income?
All right, so the reason, like I said earlier, that some people may try and fail is because they either A, do it by themselves, or B, they get bad information, which is all over the internet. I have been able to make drop shipping work because I have that X Factor software that I'm giving away as a bonus tonight, by the way. That software is over $3,000 in development plus monthly maintenance. And what that does is, A, it finds products that are actually selling. I'm not just hoping, wishing, and dreaming a product is selling. My software is pulling in ads from Facebook that are live right now, getting traffic, getting shares, getting comments, getting likes, and I duplicate that. I duplicate success. And then it shows me the best vendor, right? The top-notch, best deal, best vendor for drop shipping right on AliExpress. Not to mention I use vendors in the US as well. I teach that in ESA, where I have a lot of drop shipping vendors right here in the US, and it's all automated. I mean, it literally is so simple to set up. And I just leverage these Facebook intelligent ads. And, you know, there's a lot of training out there on Facebook that teaches you how to do all this crazy keyword crap and do all this like intense, fancy stuff. What I teach is how to let Facebook do the work for you. If you utilize the proper tools in Facebook, they will literally do the work for you. Other 7-figure marketers didn't believe it. When I showed them, I said, yeah, I'm making 200 plus grand a month, and my ROI is higher than all of you guys. No, we don't believe that it's true. I took them in my Facebook account. I showed them some of the stuff I showed here today, and it blew their minds. I literally started a movement amongst 7-figure Facebook marketers to start optimizing the way that I do, and it makes everything 10 times easier. So that's all I'm doing. I mean, I'm actually taking what people complicate, and I'm simplifying it. And where people almost can't even believe that that's all you have to do. But there is a formula to it. It's step 1, step 2, step 3. You set it up, and I'm telling you, Facebook will do the targeting. It's right there. It says optimize for conversions. Facebook knows who the buyers are. You just have to let them know that they can take the wheel.
That's amazing. And that's so true, by the way, guys. I have seen it happen, and I have started ads now constantly that I don't do any targeting. Once I got some data on there, I don't do anything. Seriously, I'm targeting it to 100 million, 100-some million people, and I don't put in any interest. I just put the ad up, and Facebook does all the hard work for me. All right, let's just do one or two more questions, guys. I've paused it in a minute, but I'm going to put it back on here in just a second. So let's see here. What more questions coming in? So someone is saying, I don't understand how you make money when the product is free, even with the shipping and handling, but you have such a high cost per product. How are you making money on a free product? They don't understand that, Adrian. Maybe you can explain.
It's really simple. Look, you know, I go to AliExpress, and the product is, let me show you real quickly. The product on AliExpress, like this cat pendant, is $1.72. Pretty simple. All right, so this cost me $1.72. When somebody comes to my Shopify store and they buy it and they pay $10 for shipping and handling, guys, I've got over $8 in profit built into this. So, I mean, I failed math 3 times in college. That's why I had to go a 5th year, and even I can figure this out. You know, I mean, it's super, super simple. We're getting mega cheap products, and all of our profit is built directly into the shipping and handling. Simple as that. The key is finding the best products with the best deals using my X Factor software right here, which I'm giving away as a free bonus, right? So this right here is going to be absolutely huge. And on it, before you even answer another question, ask me another question, I want to show everybody the other bonus I never got to show them. My Profit Power Hour trainings that I've been putting on now for over a year. Everyone that enrolls tonight is going to get access to my weekly live trainings or every Tuesday, but you're also going to get access to all of the archives. And if you look back here, it goes all the way back to May 5th. Oh, I told you over a year ago. I don't just talk. I'm telling the truth here. So you can go back and you can literally watch all of the trainings that I did with my personal VIP students right here. Now, these aren't 5-minute modules. These are literally like an hour to 2 hour long pieces of training, right? So amazing stuff. And inside eCom Success Academy, you're going to be able to enroll for that. This is the inside of ESA, by the way. You're going to be able to enroll for the 4 weeks of daily coaching. And guys, this is starting very soon. That's why Onyx saying you've got to make a decision, because this is super limited. And we're doing them at every different days at different times, so everybody around the world has a reasonable time to get on. They're all recorded, and they're going to go right over here on the left-hand side where you can go watch them. So when you get in, you just need to hit register, and it's going to give you the entire schedule. All of the training is going to be in here, so all of the questions that you guys are asking, they're going to be inside this members area. So make sure that you go in and you go through that training. So, Anik, what are some other questions? I'm going to pull these URLs back up.
Yeah, give me 1 sec here. I was fishing through for some. By the way, we've had a bunch of new people come in. I just want to say congratulations are pouring in right now. We have a lot of people taking action, and I'm going to put that timer back on in just a minute. Pauline is asking, does this work for people in Australia? We have had a few people ask, hey, what if I don't live in the United States?
Oh, that's a great question. This is worldwide. We have lots of students in the UK, Australia, New Zealand. I mean, we have students all over the world, and it works just fine. So you can use PayPal as a means of taking payment. There's all sorts of different payment gateway options, but Shopify is an international company, so literally it doesn't matter where you are. It's totally fine. I have success students all over the world. And as a matter of fact, when you go in and you're setting your Shopify store up in eCom Success Academy, we go over all of that. Look, you click on Shopify, and all of the training for that course comes through the setup, to drop shipping, to everything. You click on setup, everything comes down, and setting up payments, setting up shipping, all of that stuff is here, and it's done for you, all of the training, even the Facebook training and the bonuses and here's the $152,000 campaign. Just so you guys know, it's right here. That's the first thing you need to go look at. So we also had some more students come in. Anik, we had a lot just come in just now because they know time is running out. I'm going to pop this back up so everybody can see the URLs. I get too excited. We've got Harry Hartley, Yajora Latig, Debbie Klink, Rudy Likanowski, Meherndid, I'm sorry I can't pronounce that. We have Coxing Tan, and let's see, Clark Jaden just came in. So we've got a lot of people that just rolled in just now, so congrats to you guys.
That's amazing. Yes, congratulations. Guys, I'm so proud of you for making a decision. That's what this is all about. Okay, we've got a question here from Cody Mertz. He says, do you need a business license or a seller's permit to do all this?
No, you do not need a business license or any type of permit. You literally just set a store up in under 5 minutes and you're ready to go. That is it. There's no LLC necessary or S Corp or anything like that. You literally just set up your store, right? I mean, I set mine up in under 10 minutes. I set my little sister one up just the other day too to sell her art. So you can be a sole proprietor or whatever. Depends on where you live. But you don't have to have any type of company or anything like that to set up a store. It's just like, it's almost like affiliate marketing, right? You can start doing an affiliate marketing offer, but here you just have a home base called Shopify.
Awesome, awesome. Completely agree. Adrian, we got another question from Don Days. He says, is there issues? Do you have issues with your prospects having to wait 2 to 4 weeks for delivery?
You know, it's another great question. What I do and I teach this in ESA because it's important to do this the right way, okay? The right way, not the crappy way, but the right way. So what I do on all of my sales pages is I tell people up front, if it's a product I'm sourcing from China, that it's going to take 2 to 4 weeks, and that's something I taught Andrea to do as well. And so we tell people up front, and they're willing to wait 2 to 4 weeks, and they're ecstatic when they get it. We're just honest up front. And the thing is it's free. So people are willing to wait a little bit longer to get something that's free, right? And we actually have hundreds of people send us pictures when they come in, and they say stuff like, it was worth the wait, we love our new product, and they send us images of them with the product. So not a problem if you do it the right way, which is why I created ESA to teach everybody the right way to do this so they build a real business.
All right, we have another awesome question here, and then listen, guys, if you've got a question, submit it now. I'll try my best to get to it, but we are really close to closing up. My car is already here. It's waiting for me downstairs. But listen, this question is a good one. Hey, Adrian, someone's asking, I don't understand, what do Shopify and AliExpress, how do they work with each other? So if an order happens in Shopify, like can you explain how the heck that eventually gets to AliExpress, and then from there, I think it's just they're confused about how those two work together.
Yeah, it's quite simple. In ESA, I go over this in the Shopify settings under the drop shipping part. So what I do is I go over the 2 ways to connect it. So we've got one way is every day at the end of the day in Shopify, all we do is hit download, and it downloads all of the orders for the day. And then we just email it to our vendor at AliExpress, because remember, you're working with a specific vendor at AliExpress, and we show them, we give them the file, and they immediately send the products out. They give us tracking numbers for each product, which is all automated, and then they just charge us. So, I mean, it's literally as simple as an email, and every day the email is automated. So I show you in my training how to set up an automated email at midnight every night that instantly emails your vendor all of the sales for the day, and they immediately process them, and then they send you an invoice, right? So you're actually paid before you ever pay for the products. But it's a seamless process. But Anik, it's one of those things where if you don't have the right training, you don't know how the heck to set it up. There is a way to make it easy. It's just you have to have somebody that's actually doing it, walk you step by step through how to do it. And that's what ESA does, and that's what my training does. So it's very seamless.
Oh, Adrian, I love this question. This is such a great question that I didn't want to. I did not want to start that timer again or end this webinar without answering it. Jyoti is asking, hey, listen, you're teaching this to so many people. Are there any chances that you're gonna just literally saturate the market?
That's laughable. First thing is, there's over 1 billion people on Facebook. Secondly, we cannot all have all of the traffic. It doesn't matter what I do or I don't do. There's going to be a ton of other people that do advertising. But this is what separates me, the winners, from the losers, right? I don't advertise little micro niches that fizzle out overnight. I'm targeting 120 and 160 million person audiences, and I literally press play on my ad, I walk away, and I leave. There are tons of people advertising the exact same products as I am, and it doesn't affect me at all because Facebook doesn't make all of their money by giving one person all the traffic. It doesn't work like Google. Facebook makes their money by allowing everybody's ads to rotate in. Have you ever noticed, Anik, on the right-hand side of your Facebook that every 30 to 45 seconds the ads rotate? Because Facebook gives everybody a chance, the small guy and the big guy, right? So that is not a problem. Saturation is not a problem. When you're hitting massive audiences like 160 million people like I do, there's plenty of cake for everybody to eat. But that's what I'm saying, guys, is, hey, you want to work with me, you want to work with one of the best, then you're going to have to step up. You're going to have to put some skin in the game. You're going to have to literally make a decision, and I think it's a no-brainer decision, but you're going to have to invest in education for me, right? Because the stuff that I'm going to teach you is going to take questions like that, flip them around, and make you say, oh, why didn't I ever think about that before? Or how did I not know that? Or, oh my gosh, this makes sense. But that's the difference between working with a guy that's doing upwards of 400 grand a month in sales on Shopify versus working with somebody who doesn't know what the heck they're talking about. Now, I've been in these groups on Facebook. You got all these people that don't know what they're doing, giving bad information. As a matter of fact, Anik, I saw a bunch of people one time go in a group and say, hey, we all don't know anything, but what if we all get together and we help each other out? How the heck is a bunch of people that doesn't know anything going to help each other out? The only thing they can help each other do is make more mistakes. But that's what happens when you're not willing to invest in yourself and you're not willing to invest in your business. I've paid upwards of $20,000 just to go spend 1 to 2 days with some of my mentors, right? And some of them told me I was crazy for giving this away for the price that it is. But at the end of the day, you guys, if you're watching this right now, look, there's one thing that I'm going to tell you. If you want to work with me and you want to get the training that I put out, which it is without, hands down, it is the best of the best, you're going to have to step up, you're going to have to make a decision, you're going to have to take a leap of faith, and you're going to say it's sink or swim. But I can tell you this, when you jump in, your legs are going to naturally start kicking because I'm going to be back there with my hands on your ankles, pedaling them for you, saying this is how you swim, right? That's the difference between me and anybody else out there that I've seen. That is the type of effort that I put in because I do not want people getting this Anik that aren't going to do it. So if you plan on buying this and not watching the training and not getting on the coaching sessions, just get off right now. I don't want you in anything that I'm doing. If you are willing to invest, you're willing to invest yourself, you're willing to take action, and you want this so freaking bad, you want success just as much as you want oxygen, then you need to take a step forward. You need to come with me. You need to let us show you how this stuff is done the right way. Because the only people that I want in this are people that I can turn into success stories. It's embarrassing for me if I have somebody come in and say, oh, I took Adrian's training and it didn't work. I don't want that. So before we get off, guys, I want to leave you with this. If you don't really plan on coming on these coaching webinars with me, you don't really plan on taking action, just don't do this. I want success students. I've already got a ton of them. But when I put something out, it's the real deal. You want to work with me, you want to get in my training, you're going to have to make more of an investment than probably you'll see other people charging out there. And that's because I'm a multi-7-figure Facebook marketer. And I'm going to give you the best of the best, and I'm going to give you everything I got. And that's why you should go to one of those 2 URLs below, get access to all the bonuses. Let me hand you a $152,000 campaign and just show you for once and for all how this is done. Not get in and see more upsells and stuff like that. There are no upsells in there. As a matter of fact, I'm going to let you have access to my weekly training that literally I've been doing it for over a year. And you're always going to be able to get on with me and learn more and more and more and more actual real content, right? Make this the last webinar that you watch and don't make a decision on. Make this the last webinar that you watch and ignore. Make it the first webinar where you pull the trigger, you say, damn it, I am going to make this happen. And you get inside, you get on these dang webinars with us, you build your dang Shopify store like Andrea did, and you make it work because you have to. Because if it's not this, then what is it going to be? I haven't seen anything easier, right? So make that decision now, jump in, and let's frickin' crush this, and let's quit playing around and dilly-dallying around. It's time to get started, and it's time to be serious.
All right, Adrian, I couldn't agree with you more. Okay, listen, guys, I know I've done this a few times, but at this point it is over. It's 5 minutes is what I put on, and I have to go. I literally was messaging the car and begging them to let us stay. We've just had so many of you taking action that I couldn't bear the chance of just shutting it down and then you guys don't have it. So another question here for you, Adrian, and listen, guys, I mean it this time. This is over, okay? 4 minutes and 39 seconds. I'm shutting it down. Right now, go to physicalprofits.com/ecom or go to physicalprofits.com/ecom3. That, again, is physicalprofits.com/ecom or physicalprofits.com/ecom3. Do it right now. Do it right this minute. Now, Adrian, Robert Moss is asking us, will the X Factor software be added to the ESA students store? I think they may have potentially misunderstood, or I don't know. Can you answer that question?
Yeah, the X Factor software it's just going to be inside your members area. So when you log in, it's not going to be in your store. It's going to be inside your members area. So you just go to modules over here, and we made it real easy for you to access. So you just go to bonus section, and you just hit the Sniper software, and there's going to be a training video that shows you exactly how to use it and the login for it, and you'll be ready to go. So it's always going to be accessed from within ESA.
That's amazing. That's amazing. All right, listen, everybody, and I mean it again. I'm telling you right now, 3.5 minutes left. I need you to go here right now. I need you to go here right now to physicalprofits.com/ecom or physicalprofits.com/ecom3. That, again, is physicalprofits.com/ecom or physicalprofits.com/ecom3. Do it right now. Trust me, you're going to absolutely regret this if you don't do it this minute. And then I'm not going to be there to be able to save the day. I'm telling you right now, we have over $8,000 in bonuses we've not even talked about. Listen, I have the insurance policy here. Adrian, can we take a minute to congratulate all the new people that have come in? We've had a lot that have joined us. We have 3 minutes left now, and I do have to shut it down. 3 minutes left, and we've just had so many new students joining us. Adrian?
Yeah, we just had, let's see, Joy. I can't pronounce a lot of these names, so I'm going to apologize. You know, just remember, I'm from down south. We don't have I didn't get the best education. So, Joystein Weekly. We've got Ganga Ramadas. Let's see, I've got a couple more that, actually more than a couple that popped in. Let me just refresh the page here. Marilyn has come in. We've got, let's see, I think we have about 8 or 9 more pop in. So let me just pull them up. We have Misty, Francis. We have Ron. We have, let's see, let's pop up the next page. I've got everything on here where it just kind of does the most recent. All right, we've got Sunny Diaro, Erica Muse. We've got Doug Terry, Justin Blake, Greg Shalpa. We've got Alan O'Neill, Carla Frinkle. We also have another one that just popped in is Jeff Bridgam. So we've had a lot of people kind of roll in. So congrats to you all for pulling the trigger. Congrats for taking action. You guys freaking rock. I'm stoked to work with everybody on it because you have some of the best students I have ever worked with.
Thank you. I couldn't agree more. Learn Nation rocks. Listen, guys, we've had so many of you take action. We have exactly 1 minute and 15 seconds left now. 1 minute and 15 seconds left. This is the final opportunity for you to make that decision. All I'm going to tell you guys is I've mathematically proved to you why you have to say yes. I mathematically proved to you why you have to say yes, because the only chance you have of any success is to say yes today. If you say no, you're guaranteeing yourself nothing. you're guaranteeing yourself that you are going to end up in the same place tomorrow as you did today. All right? That's a guarantee. Otherwise, on the other side, you have nothing to lose. You have no risk. You get to learn a tremendous amount. In worst case scenario, you're right where you are today, but you learned a tremendous amount for free. So the decision is easy, and we are now shutting it down. We have 30 seconds left. Adrian, I'm going to leave it to you. Any last words for you?
Yeah, absolutely. First off, thank you all for coming on here and spending time with me and Anik on a Sunday night, on a holiday weekend for a lot of us. And, you know, when I first started out, Anik, when I was a kid, I failed my way through high school, failed my way through life. I worked at a job paying $5.15 an hour. I never thought that I would reach the success that I have now. As a matter of fact, I never thought 2 people would listen to me, let alone over 1,000 people that were on here tonight. So I want to thank you all, and I want to tell you this. Whatever position you're in from right now, you can take a step up. You can take many, many steps up, but the key to success is mentorship, right? The key to success is decision-making, mentorship, and investing. And that's what I had to do to get to where I am. It wasn't a lottery ticket. It wasn't, you know, somebody just handing it over to me. I literally had to take action. And it's funny because all of my school teachers from back at high school that said I would never amount to anything more than a garbage man now are reading the books that I wrote because we gave them away to the entire school. But listen, guys, I am not smart, okay? I'm not a genius. I know Anik might say that, but I'm not. I'm just a regular guy that figured out the formula to success on Facebook, took action and invested, and got a mentor. And you can do the very same thing, and I genuinely hope that you all choose me to be one of your mentors and help you succeed with this amazing business model that I've never seen anything like this before in the 10 years I've been doing this stuff. But I'm just so excited to work with you all, and I promise you this, I'm never going to be the guy that fluffs you up, never going to be the guy that hypes you up and tells you what you want to hear because I think that's what's going to make you happy. I am going to be the guy that's strong enough to tell you the things that you might not want to hear, but that you need to hear. That's what's going to force you to success. And for those of you that enrolled tonight and those of you that enroll with me, I'm going to give you that tough love that you need to do what you need to do to achieve your goals. And then I'll pat you on the back afterwards once you do it the right way and say congratulations, right? So thank you all for joining us tonight. I'm looking so forward to working with you. Oh, and one last thing. I want everybody tonight that enrolls to make me a promise. And I know Andrea did this. The second you get your very first sale on your Shopify store, I want you to pull out your phone and I want you to take a selfie video and say, Adrian, I did it. Adrian, I got my first sale. Because that is the most important one you're going to get. That's the most exciting sale that you're going to get is that first one because it's going to be the first sale, the first dollar that you make for your own valuable brand, your own asset, and the first sale that's going to lead to your massive success. And I want that in my archives. I've already got so many right now. So thank you all once again. Anik, thanks for letting me come on, man. It's been a freaking blast. Nothing is funner than getting on and training people and talking about this stuff. No TV show or no movie is better than this. So thank you so much, man, for having me, and thank you all for allowing me to have a little bit of your time tonight.
Thank you so much, Adrian, for being on here. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. We're so proud of you. I'm so excited you're here, and we'll have our third workshop coming up soon. Just remember, we're going to have to change the date and time of that, so watch your email. We'll let you know. Adrian, as always, you rock. Thank you so much. Everybody, it's been an honor. It's been a pleasure. We'll see you guys on the next one. Go take action. You can still go right now, physicalprofits.com/ecom or physicalprofits.com/ecom3. Make it happen, all right? We'll see you guys inside of the members area. Talk to you soon.